Gerardo.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are having a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed your Sunday. We're coming at you out here on Miami Fan Talk Network. I'm CT, co-host of Miami Dolphins content. We got Amicus from the Bills Mafia sit down. We got Bleezy coming in for Miami Dolphins content. We're going to be talking a bit about the NBA, what's been going on this weekend. If you guys want to talk NHL, whatever you guys want to talk about, bring it on. Let's go. But we're going to start off with some NBA. I'm loving it right now. The Miami Heat went ahead and took game 3 from Milwaukee. We're up 2-1. Hero's been injured. Giannis has been injured. Jimmy Butler got injured. Kyle Lowry had a knee injury again last night, and we still won by 21 points. So it's an awesome victory for us. It sets up tomorrow night's matchup, which keep an eye out. We may end up doing a live stream during the game, but it was a beautiful win. I'm super excited. We're going to get into depth about how that game went and how I see game 4 going. But I want to let Amicus talk a little bit about his Lakers. So let us know what's going on with them Lakers, Amicus.
What's up, CT, man? Thanks for having me on, bro.
What's going on, brother?
It's going good, man. Enjoying the Sunday night out by the lake.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I want to give you kudos, bro. Kudos, because we were watching that game, that Heat game, together, like separately, you know, like you had it on, I had it on, and we were texting a little bit. And I remember when Oladipo went down, we both knew it was a knee, but kudos to you, man. You pinpointed it. What was it? The pectoral ligament, right? That ends up being what.
But the PCL again, you know, and I told you, you know, when I had texted, it's very hard to determine. There are certain times where it's obvious the mechanism of injury. You know, you can make an educated guess, but when it comes to the knee, the fact that Lowry slipped on the floor and the way he came down was awkward. I had said, you know,
CT, not Lowry. Hey, Victor Oladipo, not Lowry.
Lowry went down with the knee injury last night too.
No, it was just Victor Oladipo.
Oh,
He's
sorry,
out for
it
the
was
rest.
Oladipo.
He's out
Yeah,
till next
right.
year.
My bad.
It was Oladipo, CT, and they found out today that he's done for the season.
Yeah, and like I said last night, it's really hard. Sometimes it's obvious, and it really wasn't. But normally, if they grab the front of the knee, you're looking at a patellar, you're looking at a possible ACL. If they grab the side, if they grab the left side or the right side, depending on which leg it is, it can be a medial or lateral collateral ligament. But just like I had said to you, Amicus, I said, well, he's grabbing that back side and he's rubbing on the inside. So it tells me that he's feeling it in that PCL range. And
I can vouch, bro. You were spot on.
And again, if that is the confirmed injury, because I have not seen it, I've been busy today.
It is.
Then again, I will take my bow, and I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but it is what it is.
You don't have to pat yourself on the back. That's why I brought it up. I'll pat your back for you. You are absolutely 100% spot on. So kudos to you, CT, for calling that one, bro.
Well, I appreciate it, but please let us know, how did the Lakers fare? They played last night as well. How did that work out for you guys?
Well, we won. So that's the biggest thing, right? So we're up 2-1 in the series, and I think the Grizzlies only scored 9 points in the first quarter, if I remember. I mean, we just slaughtered them in the first quarter, and we coasted to the victory. But AD stepped up, unlike he did in Game 2, where he completely went milk carton on everybody, ghosted everybody, and was just in oblivion, right? He stepped up, LeBron did his thing, and the team really played like a team. But I'll tell you, man, that emotion of that game was spurred from that bullshit that Dylan Brooks did after Game 2. He talked all that shit. I don't know why you would poke the bear and anger one of the greatest, if not greatest, basketball player of all time, but he did, and he got lit up. He also got ejected from the game because he wanted to grab on LeBron's nutsack. So, it was just a bad day for the Grizzlies. He got what he deserved. That's why you keep your fucking mouth shut, and the Lakers are back in control of the series.
So what you're saying is he pulled the Christian Wilkins grabbing Josh Allen's nuts, just like you were giving Josh Allen the reach around the other night when he broke up with his girlfriend. So, hey, I love it, man. I love it. I think it was. I watched part of it. It was a good game, and I think it was very similar to the Heat game. Jimmy Butler scored 21 points in the first quarter. We hit 12 of our first 13 threes in the first quarter. We were literally up 17 by the end of the first quarter. And we did. We cruised to the victory. Now, it was up and down. Again, we had multiple injuries. Giannis wasn't playing. But again, it was a very interesting, very long-touted game. It was something that, to see Lowry step up. Lowry had 19 points. He had 16 assists and 2 steals. Then we have Matt Strus, on his birthday, on his 29th birthday yesterday, hit 7 threes. He had 22 points.
Again, you got the name wrong. It was Duncan Robinson on his birthday.
Duncan Robinson. God damn it. Sorry. But it was Duncan Robinson. Bro, he played balls to the wall. We had so many guys step up in Tyler Hero's absence. It was a great game, and we all know, statistically speaking, whoever wins Game 3 and the series is tied 1-1, they win 78% of the time. And having Game 4 in Miami tomorrow night with the opportunity to go up 3-1 against the number 1 seeded Bucks, I am super excited because we all know, and shout out to Alex T, who's going to hook up with us later. When we were talking last night, he said, think about this. We got New York or Boston in the next round. Neither of those challenge us. We are a good matchup for both of those teams. And if we can play that, Tyler Hero is going to be back by the end of the next series.
No, he isn't. He's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I'm aware. I brought that to light. However, you got to remember, if this series goes another week and then the next series goes another 2 weeks. Yeah, he got injured on Wednesday last week. I apologize. Wednesday was Game 2.
If it's a clean break,
it was
the possibilities
Monday.
of going through a hyperbolic chamber.
Monday. I apologize. He was injured Monday in the first game. We played Game 2 on Wednesday, and we played game 3 last night. So again, he's already a week into healing.
That's what I'm saying. He can have a hyperbolic chamber, have him heal faster, and come into the finals.
I mean, come on, you talking about some shit like Dragon Ball Z shit. We're gonna go into the hyperbolic chamber.
No, T.O. did it. He played in the Super Bowl.
Though. I agree. And it is a broken finger or a broken bone in any sense. The average is 4 to 6 weeks. But again, if the guy comes out and we perform, bro, we could have Tyler Hero back by the 3rd series. We can have him back by the conference championships and for the finals. So,
here's the thing. I think you might have.
How does Milwaukee's injury report look?
Real quick, and then Amicus. Go ahead, Kat.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to find out how far. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well this fine evening.
What's up, Kat?
Oh man, my blood pressure, man. Right now, for me to get involved in the heat, it's gonna take leaps and bounds for me. But I'm doing it right now, man. As far as the confusion with the white guys and the Caucasian shooters, don't feel too bad. There was a guy telling me on the stream today that he had a good feeling that Tyler Hero was in a ball, and he said he was right. And I was like, bro, Tyler Hero's got a broken hand. He goes, oh, it was one of those guys. I always get him confused. So it's just like Duncan Robinson never gets his play, man. It's about damn time. He's like, what, $75 million contract?
Bro, I don't know what happened to Duncan, man. A couple of years ago, I was seeing that guy shoot, and I'm like, is a fucking sharpshooter. And then he just went ice cold for a little bit. So I'm glad he's,
I think the dude got too caught up in podcasting.
But that's where the Heat, we've had this issue. And we have a lot of good three-point shooters, which allows Butler to be more aggressive inside, right? And we have Bam playing in the low post. He has the ability, those floaters, those small jump shots. It opens up our offense. The problem is like you said, Amicus, is whether it's Matt Strus, whether it's Kevin Love, whether it's Oladipo, whether it's Lowry, whether it's Duncan Robinson, bro. We have 3-point shooters.
I heard Oladipo's out. Is that true?
He's done for the season.
Shout out to Bam though for shutting down Brook Lopez in Game 3 compared to what Brook did in Game 2.
And not only that, this is where I love you, Amicus, but you were saying, I get it. Giannis is out. He is. But in Game 1, before he went out, Bam was on that ass.
Listen. Y'all missed the boat with Game 2, all right? This should be 3-0 because Giannis might come back on Game 4. And I'm going to tell you right now, a Giannis-less Bucks is way different than Giannis playing. That's a game changer. That's a generational talent.
But at the same time, he still has issues with that back. That's a different story. But on top of that, real quick, my bad, Todd, you're next. The issue with that is we could not in Game 2, and you have to be honest. I don't know if you watched the entire game, but the Bucks have averaged this year a 60 to 63% field goal percentage. In Game 2, they hit 78% of their shots. Bro, they outscored us on their own floor so bad. Bro, listen, that's not sustainable. No one in the NBA shoots nearly 80% field goal percentage.
That's my point, is when you have guys like Middleton and those other role players, they're either going to go streaky hot or they're not. But Giannis neutralizes all that. Right? You don't need streaky 3-point shooting and everything with Giannis. He'll take over a fucking game.
My bad. Lakers all day. I'm throwing the link in the chat. Come on up, brother.
Amicus.
Oh, by the way, hold on, Todd. 1 second. I want to say something about the Lakers really quick. Just to put a bow on that conversation we had earlier, unless we're going to talk more Lakers, but that whole Dylan Brooks, That spurred them so much that John Morant came back and dropped 45 on them, and we still took them to school. See, that's the other thing, the intangible of a game, of a playoff game that nobody talks about, man, the emotions. It's those little intangibles.
You gotta agree, but look at what happened with Jimmy Butler. Bro, he went down and had a very similar fall to the fucking floor as Giannis, right? He injured his back, but he still came out and played another 4 or 5 minutes until Spoelstra said, you know what? We're up by 19 now. I'm going to sit your ass down. Bro, Butler tried to walk back out onto the court, and they go, no, bitch, take a fucking seat. You're injured. We're up by 19. Stop it.
You can never question AD's talent. It's just he seems to always get injured, so you still got to hold your breath.
Well, the motherfucker's always laying on the floor. I mean, it's very frustrating. And he didn't show, like I said, he didn't show up in game 2, but he showed up in game 3.
Why don't you guys talk about the big elephant in the room with Kyle Lowry coming out of nowhere?
Nah, stop that. That's not coming out of nowhere.
What you mean?
Remember when I was doing shows with Alex T last year in the playoffs, and I loved him. The problem is Lowry's been dealing with this left knee injury for 3 fucking years. It's almost reminiscent of Xavier Howard, right? With his issues, right? But I said, watch when Lowry gets healthy. He fits in this offense extremely well because in that second group, once you take Jimmy off the floor, he has to be the lead guy. He has to be able to make assists, open up other guys, be aggressive, drive to the hoop, shoot his shots in the 3-point, whatever he gets mid-range, allow him to open up other guys. And guess what? Lowry is now healthy, and you see the fruits of Lowry being healthy in that second group. Let me say this. Our bench outscored Milwaukee last night 64-33. We scored 31 points more off the bench because of Lowry's aggressiveness, Strus and Duncan Robinson.
So you agree he should be coming off the bench and stay coming off the bench the rest of the season?
I agree.
As far as going into the series.
That's where Lowry needs to stay until he can prove that he can sustain.
So how's our starting point guard been working so far? Who is it? Because to be honest with you guys, I haven't been watching the game.
Gabe Vincent, and he's shooting like crap right now.
Yeah, but not actually. As a matter of fact,
Gabe Vincent was on fucking point
last night, brother. But that's the point. Is like Amicus said, there are times where again our shooters become so streaky that if there's no consistency from a guy like Butler or Lowry, where they're being aggressive, they're driving to the basket, they get guys in foul trouble, they allow us to play a more methodical game. That's what we're looking for. And I said the same shit last year during the Heat run when Alex and T and I had the Heat show on that other platform. It was the same argument I had, is how many times does once Jimmy Butler, either he's not as aggressive, he's trying to facilitate, but he's not really going to the hole. And it suffocates our offense because the one thing that Jimmy Butler is good at is being aggressive and driving to the hole.
Yeah, but what you're telling me so far, Bam's doing his thing and Kyle Lowry's doing his thing. That's pretty much what Pat Riley wants, is a point guard and center to do their thing.
Exactly. And that's where I think
you don't need to force feed Jimmy.
With Tyler Hero, I love Tyler Hero. So people don't get this twisted. I love Tyler Hero, but I think that the reason why even when Lowry was healthy early in the year, Lowry wasn't playing as well because we allow Hero to be that ball handler in that second offense. Because remember, Hero, even though he did take over as a starter this year, he played a lot more minutes, especially with the second unit, but that took the ball away from Lowry, and it didn't allow Lowry to get back into the flow. And I think now, if Hero comes back, if we win out and we give him that time, imagine Hero and Lowry being able to run that second unit. Bro, we're going to be fucking unstoppable.
Bro, if Giannis comes back for game 4, y'all are fucking losing the series. All right, I'm going to say it right now.
That's to my point I just brought up. If you got Bam doing his thing, I'm not even bringing up Kevin Love or the other dude that they drafted. I mean, I don't know if they've been relevant or not, but my worry has been the big guy. And if the big guy situation is being taken care of, I don't think Giannis's injury is going to heal up overnight. You got to be aggressive.
Not even that, and I agree with that, because I said, even if he plays injured, if Giannis says, you know what, I still have to play.
Yeah.
Even when he wasn't injured, both Bam and Cody Seller, however you say his name. He's the big fucking almost 6'9" white dude. Bro, they were both locking Giannis down in the paint. Now, you got to give Giannis his credit, because he was still making jumpers and he was still making open shots. So you still got to give the guy credit, but he's not going to walk over us as far as in the paint, where we've had that issue.
Let me tell you something. Giannis's free throw percentage is nothing compared to Kevin Love or Zeller's free throw percentage when push comes to shove in those critical moments of getting points, in the paint. Like, you want to get those garbage time points. Exactly. These guys have a better percentage than Giannis does.
And I want to say this. A lot of people discount last night and over the last, I think that if you watched game 2, people had a perception in game 2, even without Giannis, that they would be able to outscore the Heat, which, again, if you're making 78% fucking field goal percentage, that's hard. But
I thought their point guard would be tearing ours apart. It's been the complete opposite.
Exactly. And so our defense stepped up last night and in game 1. We played good defense in game 2, but you got to give fucking Milwaukee credit. Bro, they were shooting 78% from the field. They were fucking making everything.
You said they were averaging what, 60% all season?
Yeah, no, they've been between 60 and 63% this season. In game 2, they were shooting 78 from the field. Bro, they were on fire in game 2. You got to give them credit for that. But,
well, they have to be on fire to beat y'all without Giannis. So, yes, the Heat have a great chance of winning this series if Giannis is not there. But if Giannis comes back, bro.
No, give us that as much. You can't say, oh, well, you guys are doing well without him. Like, we would be struggling without him like we did last season. We were in the same predicament last season. We were up, and then we lost the lead.
But, Amicus, you have to take into account Jimmy Butler.
I think it's 50-50, Cap. If Giannis doesn't come back, 50-50.
Yeah, but our injury concerns are not as dire as it was last season. We're pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
We're at the situation, though, of Amicus wants to say about Giannis, which I get that. I understand that. But we don't have Tyler Hero, which is 6th man of the year. Again, I'm not comparing the two of them.
We had this conversation last night.
Can I compare the totality of the injuries before you go in on that? My whole thing is again, I'm not saying Tyler Hero is as good as Giannis. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we have Jimmy Butler, who didn't play half of the third quarter, the entire fourth quarter because he was injured. We just lost Oladipo for the rest of the year, and we don't have Tyler Hero. Now,
okay. CT.
If we can beat if we could beat their ass by 21 points with 2 starters and a significant backup, it's not even a question. It's not even a question.
When you say things like that, it is comparing Hero or anybody else on the Heat to Giannis. There's no comparison. He's a fucking NBA champion. He's a 2-time back-to-back MVP.
Who constantly gets hurt in the playoffs, which is to our advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the totality, though. My thing is so Giannis, yes, He's one of the best players in the NBA. That's fine. But when he wasn't injured in game 1, Bam and Cody Siler were playing well on him defensively. Is he still going to get some of those points? Absolutely. However, he wasn't running all over us in the paint and destroying us. So again, if we can allow him to take his mid-range shots, get his points, but make it difficult for
Who else are
him.
you scared of on the Bucks?
Well,
Say it again.
Middleton and Drew Holiday are streaky, right? Holiday's a lockdown defender. He's a great defender.
Those two would be doing their thing. So who
Well,
else?
they did.
besides
They did
those
their
two?
thing in game 2. You got to hope they don't do their thing for the rest of the series. And listen, it's 50-50. We discussed this.
They were
But if
last
Giannis comes back,
last night, both Middleton
No, 50-50 is 1-1.
and
Right now it's
Perry were both
2-1.
playing well. They had lots of points last night, and they still got their ass whooped by 21.
I'm saying if Giannis doesn't come back, flip. This game.
You're breaking up on us, Amicus.
Hello.
That's a good thing. He's
Yeah,
got
the
trash
NBA,
now.
NBA gods don't like ugly. Amicus.
Listen, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm a Lakers fan, and I don't have no vendetta against either. I could care a fucking less about the Bucks or the Heat. I'm just letting you know. Giannis is a game changer.
Come whoop fucking LeBron.
You're letting me know you're a Buffalo Bills fan and a Lakers
again.
Yeah. Bro, I was a Lakers fan before a Bills fan. Lakers were my first love as far as sports. I remember watching the Lakers when I was 7, 8 years old, Sunday morning before we would go to church. Back in those days, they would tape the games, right? Because I'm 43 years old. So there would be a game on at like 11 a.m. in the morning, Sunday. Magic Johnson, Kurt Rambis, James Worthy, AC Green, all those
guys. The
guys.
Lakers were originally from where, though?
Pat Riley, too. He was the head coach. What's that?
Where were they originally from? What city? Because the Lakers are not from LA. It's I think it was somewhere else. I forgot. It's like
Milwaukee.
Utah's not from the Utah Jazz is not really the Utah Jazz. They were somewhere else. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I thought they were in Milwaukee, but no. I don't think
Yeah. No, that's what I said about Milwaukee. Unless I'm confusing that with Kareem.
No,
Yeah,
Kareem.
I
Big
agree.
Kirk,
Like I
Milwaukee.
said, though, you can go back to the good old days, and that's where I respect you. If you were a Lakers fan back in the day, I got respect for that. It's the issue where,
Yeah, a lot of
I
places
got
didn't have
guys like
franchises.
Batman, which,
I get it.
I'm cool with Batman. He's my boy, whatever. But, he loves LaCry James and Legina James. Bro, he'll go anywhere he can to try to win a championship.
It's an embarrassment. That man lives here.
Yeah, it's just at what point do you
Rooting
stop
for
trying to
LeBron.
go, because
Minneapolis.
LeBron James
Minneapolis.
is on my team. I love them.
Minneapolis. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's where I have the issue is, you look at guys who, bro, I was a Heat fan when I went to when Dwayne Wade won the championship in '96 by himself, without anybody else,
That's what I'm
without
saying. We
LeBron
don't have
James,
that. We don't have that.
Chris
So
Bosh.
what do you think is winning for us right now? Is it Spoelstra or is it Jimmy's path of just distributing the ball with people that are healthy?
I think that part of it is Spoelstra because, again, he made a huge difference in his strategy from game 2 to game 3.
Yeah, because he can change the lineup real
on
easily.
his players. We stopped. If you noticed in game 3, we did not play the zone, that 3-2 zone he likes to play. We didn't play that zone at all. Not one fucking possession the entire game. Why? Because we ran it in game 2, but he noticed, oh shit, they got streaky guys who can shoot well if they're on. And so he goes,
From what you see,
at game
CT,
3,
are we better
we're not
man?
going to run that zone anymore. We're going to play
Are we better man
man-to-man,
or are we better zone?
aggressive defense, and we're going to see where it goes. And guess what? Jimmy Butler fucking played aggressive. Our shooters stepped up. They were off. They shot nearly 80% from the field in game 2. They shot 56% from the field in game 3, and we still beat them by 21 points.
That's crazy.
22. Beat him by 22.
Was it 22 or 21? I thought it was 21. My bad. It was
Don't
22.
matter.
I'm sorry.
121 to 99. Right?
Yeah, that's good production.
Yeah, well, listen, man. The thing is Jimmy Butler's the key, right? So he had what did he have? Like 29, 30 points? Something like that?
Yeah, bro. He had 21 points in the first quarter.
So to CT's point, do we keep that going, knowing that he might possibly be that Dwayne Wade factor that we need moving forward, or do we not push him to the edge and let the other guys that are healthy?
He has to play a Dwayne Wade. He has
but
to
no,
play
but Butler is like he's an all-around basketball player, right? Jimmy Buckets. He's gonna do whatever the best play is. That's why I love Butler. I'm a Butler fan because he doesn't care about getting hits. He's gonna make the right basketball play.
100%. Looking him play, both of you. Do you think he's 100% moving forward?
No,
no,
he's not. He's not. No.
So how can we ask to do so much?
Here's why. So again, people are going to take this as a shot at Giannis, and it's not. But again, if you look at the video, both of their falls and their injury to their backs, right? Extremely similar. However, every player is different, right? Jimmy Butler, not only did he smack his back, but then after he continued to play after he got injured, he injured his back. He played for another 4 or 5 minutes, but then he had his foot stepped on, and so he was hobbling around, and Spoelstra called a timeout. Jimmy Butler fucking limped over to the bench, and as soon as the timeout was over, Jimmy Butler got up and tried to hobble back on the court.
I can't believe what my ears are hearing right now.
Bro, Spoelstra and the assistant coaches looked at Jimmy and said, "Get your ass back on the bench. We're up 19. You're not going back in the game."
What are you hearing different?
The fact that he's injured he injured his ankle and he injured his back, and he still wanted to come out and fight.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give the narrative that some players are built differently, and Butler is not as injury prone and can handle like a similar injury.
No. I'm not.
Because I was about to nail your ass to the cross if you said that. Because I remember that Josh Allen bullshit you pulled with the fucking UCL.
But you got to give Butler his due. You got to give him his due. As he said, you know what? I'm fucked up, but my team needs me. I'm going back on. And they were like, sit your ass down, bitch.
Yeah, y'all got a guy on the Dolphins with that same heart. His name's Mike White. When Milano stole his ribs, Milano still has that man's ribs in his vault. And he wanted to come back in the game. So,
that's a little bit premature. Wait till the season starts. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, he still has his ribs.
Listen, I like White Lightning too, but let's just wait till he gets put in that position.
But you get what I'm saying, Amicus, that's where listen, I'm not discounting Giannis, right? I'm not saying that the guy's not a fucking, he's not a good player. He's not important to them. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that, and I agree with Gaines.
You get older with time, not younger.
He's no D Wade. Now, Jimmy Butler is not Dwayne Wade, and he never will be. He couldn't even fucking hold Dwayne Wade's jockstrap. But
shout out to Gaines real quick, man. He's always been really, really nice and kind. I appreciate that guy. Shout out to Gaines.
Come on, Gaines. Yeah, that's my dude.
But you got to give fucking Jimmy Butler credit. The dude is willing to wear his heart on his sleeve. He's willing to fucking play through injury, even though, bro, if you watched when they told him to sit back down, he sat back down, and as soon as he did, he started grabbing his back and his ankle, and he told the trainer, "You need to get ice on my back and ice on my ankle."
That's that adrenaline, bro.
But he was willing to come out and play. He goes out there, and Spoelstra has one of the assistant coaches grab him by the back of the shirt. It says, "Nah, bitch, sit your ass down. We're up by 19. Chill. Sit the fuck down. Relax. If we need you, we'll call your number. And guess
So
what?
the question still remains:
But
who's the next
let me
Jimmy?
finish this, Cap, real quick. The thing is he was willing to come in, but we didn't need him. And the rest of the team, no Jimmy Butler, no Tyler Hero, no Victor Oladipo, and we still increased the lead.
Yeah, but to your point,
When Butler got injured and left, we were only up 9 points.
To your point, who's going to get up when he sits down? Who's going to be like, I'm getting up, you can sit down? Who do we have that can be that guy?
Lowry took his position.
Wow,
and
that's asking a lot.
Lowry
played. That's asking a lot, CT.
What?
Oh my God, that's asking for a lot.
Nah, it's not asking for a
lot.
No, I mean, look,
as much as I don't like what you're saying, it's true.
Facilitator. If you watched the game last night,
no,
he's a good facilitator.
Listen. It took me 2 seconds to think about it.
He played to the fucking rim, and guess what? When he got to the rim and he got double teamed or the defense collapsed around him, guess what? He found Kevin Love for an open three. He found Strus for 2 open threes. He found Duncan Robinson for 3 open threes. Fuck, he even Lowry shot a fucking 3-point shot from half court and drained it.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, who else do we? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah,
you're speechless.
Every night.
You're speechless because, again, we're so used to Lowry being injured and not healthy, and he's not playing well. So, oh my God, he's healthy now, and he's playing up to his potential.
Oladipo's hurt. PJ Tucker ain't here no more. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with D Wade when he had, bro. If you go back, you had Ray Allen. You had, bro. It's the supporting cast, right? And And I'm sorry, but Spoelstra and Pat Riley, they've come out, they've found fucking good supporting casts. Yes, they're streaky. We all know that. But again, if they're on, they're on. If they're not, they're not. But if you get Bam, Jimmy, Lowry, Kevin Love played well. You had
I thought you were going to say
Oladipo before he got injured playing well. Bro, this team is deep as fuck.
I really thought you were going to say Bam.
I did say Bam. Bam was the first name.
No, but I mean, as far as like looking at everybody and being like next man up, I got this. Like I would have thought it'd be Bam over Kyle Lowry, but I mean, what you're saying makes sense because
because Bam, I love him to death, but he likes to play in the paint.
He's got a ring, bro. He's the leader, whether he likes it or not.
Exactly, but at the same time, Bam has games just like Jimmy Butler where we expect him to be aggressive. We expect him to play in the paint, draw fouls, allow the rest of the offense to open up. But there are times where Bam's not as aggressive, just like Jimmy Butler. There are games where he's not as aggressive. And it frustrates me because you get to the point where somebody's got to be aggressive, drive the rim, get the fouls, open up the defense, get the defense in foul trouble. But if nobody's doing that, then yes, you limit the entire team. But Lowry stepped the fuck up. Strus stepped the fuck up. Stetler stepped the fuck up.
I got to hear Gabe Vincent. I got to hear Caleb Martin more. That's what I need to hear.
I agree. Vincent did play decent last night. He did have 12 points in 18 minutes. But what really helped Gabe Vincent and the rest of this team was, bro, we played fucking lights out defense.
If you're not mentioning Max Strus,
aggressive defense,
then I guess he's doing okay. If you're not mentioning Strus, then I guess he's doing all right.
He is, but the thing is, you know, Strus is a liability on the defensive side, but
Compared to Duncan?
Strus, if he's hitting 3-pointers, I don't care about how shitty his defense is.
It's
if he's
weird.
making shots.
Duncan doesn't do good on D, but his three-point percentage is awesome, and it's Strus is the complete opposite.
Well, and I agree, because normally Strus is good at defense.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you hope he can make the threes, but like I said, he's streaky. So if Strus is making those 3-pointers, I'm not worried about if he gives up a few points here and there. Now, Robinson is the one that, yes, I agree. His defense is atrocious. And if the dude can't make his threes, then he shouldn't be on the goddamn court. But I love the way that this team came and rallied around the loss of Hero. Jimmy Butler got injured. Oladipo got injured. And guess what? When both of those guys went out, we were literally at a single-digit lead. By the end of the game, we won by 22 points.
Okay, look, we've played them how many times in the first round? 3 years in a row or twice?
3 years in a row.
So what, the first time we played them, it was pretty much the same situation as now, or was that last season? I don't remember.
That last season, Giannis was healthy, and we played well. We still ended up winning, but we lost to Boston last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. So we beat them last year with Giannis. The year before that, same situation as now. I like our odds.
I think we lost the year before. Because it was 4 years ago when it was in the bubble.
No,
right?
I know. We lost the year before, but we're in the same scenario we're in now.
Yeah, we got to the finals in the bubble the year before. But the year after the bubble, we lost in the first round. I believe it was to Milwaukee.
You went to the NBA Finals in the bubble year, right?
Did we play them in the bubble?
Yeah,
Who did you lose to in the NBA Finals, CT?
In the
Say
bubble?
it again?
Who did you lose to in the NBA Finals?
Hold on. I think we went to either the conference championships or the finals in the bubble. Hold
No,
on.
it was the finals. So we beat them in the bubble. I think our percentages against the Bucks are pretty good.
I'm
I want
Googling
to say
it
we
right
played the Bucks in the bubble.
Says here. Yeah, we won the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami beat the Boston Celtics 4-2 in 2020 in the bubble.
Did we play the Bucks in the bubble?
Go on, say it, CT. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know you.
Don't answer that man's question. Don't answer that question.
Yeah. It just took me a little while to go fuck yourself.
I'm trying to tell you, keep going.
We did lose to the Lakers in the finals in the bubble.
That's right, baby.
That's all right, because LaCry James is still a bitch, just like everybody else who cries about Josh Allen too. But anyway, like I said, I loved it, bro. And this point, you know, we've had Milwaukee's number for multiple years. But in reality, it comes down to, again, it's opportunity. Giannis got injured. Yeah, Hero's injured too. So is Oladipo, so is Butler. But if we can get enough production to move on, bro, our next is either Boston or New York. Bro, they cannot match up with us even without Hero.
How many times the Bucks got to the finals?
We're winning those series.
In the past 5 years, how many times did the Bucks win the finals?
If we can get fucking Hero back, Butler can get healthy going into the conference finals and the NBA finals, bro.
The Bucks have only been in the finals once in the past 5 years, to answer your question, and that was them winning against the Phoenix Suns, the championship.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've been to the finals.
What's going on, Michael K? Hey, just to let you know, Michael K.
Yeah.
If you're going to take a piss, Mute yourself.
Yeah, this guy's notorious for that shit.
Dude, that's my signature move.
And his stream is long as hell, man. I give you props, man. You got no problem with your prostate. I know that.
And
He said, I don't get bladder shy. I could take a piss live in front of thousands of people. I don't give a fuck.
you only hear it if I got my headphones in.
I heard the drizzle. I hear the shake. I hear the sink.
What's that?
He gives a whole theatrical display.
Real quick, Canes, get your ass up here, Canes. You're always in the chat. I love you, bro. You're good. Come fucking talk it up. Come chop it up with us, bro.
Hey, how come I didn't get the notification that there was a show on?
Because you're old and you don't look at your phone.
Well, we put it in the text, Mikey. We put it in the text.
All my group texts are muted.
You need a Bluetooth, bro. You got to walk around the house in a tank top with your Bluetooth. That's the rule, bro.
Fucking unmute them. What are they muted for? What good is that if they're muted? Unmute them.
This is the new time, bro.
Dude, if I unmute everything, my phone would constantly go off.
Get a Bluetooth. Keep it in your ear all day. Why are you ignoring my advice?
That's like Big Philly at 10:30 this morning going, hey, let's start a show. That's why I got that shit muted. Fuck it.
Bro, when he fucking did that, CT, I was already on the lake fishing. In fact, I just got back, and about 2 hours ago, the next door neighbors, they pulled out on their little boat, and we were fishing together. And I'll be damn, this girl who never fishes caught a 7-pound bass right in front of me and the wifey. I'm like, I'll be damn.
That's always how it works.
Outclassed by a woman tonight. That's what's up, man. Let's go. Were you largemouth or smallmouth?
Largemouth.
I love largemouth, bro. Hey, down there in Miami, when I was going out, bro, the funnest thing to fish is peacock bass on an ultralight reel. On an ultralight reel, bro. They're so goddamn aggressive. That shit's fun as fuck.
Oh yeah, the most I'll use is the 8-pound test, man. The lighter, the better. The better the fight, more fun.
We're talking about the weight anchor. You're talking about the weight anchor.
Rods, though. I don't like those medium weight rods when you're going with small. Or
you guys use those zinc weights still?
Low weight. It's not fun. No. It's not fun. You got to get the lightweight reel, and you got to have that fight. That's what I like.
What do you mean by lightweight reel? What does that mean?
We're talking about
no, not a reel, but a rod. So each rod has a tensile strength, right? So you got lightweight rods. Lightweight rods work well between 5 and 10-pound fish. But
when you say rod, you mean the whole stick?
But because they flex more, it gives more of a fight. You got to be, you'll snap your line. You'll snap your rod if you fuck it up.
So the rod is what the line goes through.
Yeah.
But Cap, what he's saying is like if you have a like if you're shark fishing, you ever go into Walmart and see those fucking poles that are like the size of a forearm and they're fucking long. Like if you bass fish with that, bro, I mean, you're not going to have any fun. There's no fun. There's no fight. So you want whatever you're fishing. You don't want to go so light where you lose shit, right? But you want to. It's entertainment too. It's supposed to be fun.
See how far the thing bends. That's what you want to see.
Well, you want a little bit of a fight without losing the fish.
Yeah,
gotcha. Exactly. You want to see how much resistance you can take before the rod breaks, but you want to have your trophy at the same time with a fight.
Yeah. You just
exactly.
I don't want to fucking come out here. And again, I've been deep sea fishing. You have a deep sea fishing rod. The circumference of a deep sea fishing rod at its tip is 1/4 of an inch, right? So at 1/4 of an inch of solid wood, you're not getting very much fight. You get what I'm saying?
Graphite, man. They're carbon now.
Well, you got the graphite. You got the graphite. You got the carbon. What do they call it? The carbon wood epoxy, whatever they call it.
They make bamboo rods.
Yeah, I'm good with bamboo, but goddamn, unless you fishing off the goddamn bank and you're just catching crappie and small little fish like that, I'm not using no
Man,
goddamn
I got me a little Abu Garcia. Cost me about $80. Little cheapy, nothing special. Fucking fish all day long.
Dude,
Like you don't need all that crazy shit.
I got, and this is no shit. I probably got about 70 rod and reel combos.
70?
There you
At
go.
least.
Hey, so
Damn.
let me ask you guys this. I want to ask you guys this because I got a lot too. Are you guys a bait caster or a spinner kind of guy?
I like them both, but I do spinning reels.
I
The hell
love
you
my bait caster for bass fishing, but I like the convenience of the spinners, but I like the touch of the bait caster. Right?
Well, the bait caster is more finesse and it's more precise. If you know how, it's not
the bait caster because it gives me the accuracy.
Yeah.
If I'm bass fishing, I'm trying to get up underneath that mangrove tree or whatever. You got more precise fucking throwing. You know what I mean?
But guess what? I've never seen a man outfish me with a bait caster and my spinning reel. As far as precision casting, getting in tight little holes, I can do the same fucking thing with a spinning reel, bro. Same
so you're
fucking
asking
thing.
pretty much which one do you use when you're getting ready to sit back on the captain's chair, right?
Yeah, spinning reel.
Yeah, if you're driving and you're trolling or you're trying to throw it out behind the boat, I like the spinner better than the bait caster. But if you're sitting in the front chair and you're just chilling, bro, I like the bait caster better because it gives you a little bit more control.
It gives you full range of motion.
I agree, Amicus. If you spend a lot of time with that spinner, yeah, you can get just as good.
Yeah, because the whole point of a bait caster is the fact that you can take your thumb and pinpoint exactly where you want that lure to drop, right?
Exactly.
Well, you can do the same thing by flipping your reel on a spin caster. Now, it's not as convenient, and it takes a lot more practice to do it. But if you use it enough, you can do it.
A lot.
Exactly.
But bro, I've been fishing my whole life. I'll put a fucking bait wherever you put a bait caster. I'll use a spinning reel and put that fucker in the same spot.
I mean,
all day long.
I've been fucking fishing my entire life too. I grew up on a fucking lake, fishing every day on a lake from 8 years old to fucking 21. But again, it's the spinner though, because of the way the line comes off the reel, it's a little bit more inaccurate. That's
the chances of getting tangled more.
No, a bait caster get tangled more. If you have somebody
gets tangled way more.
Yeah, well, if you have somebody that's using a bait caster that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, they'll bird nest that son of a bitch on the first cast.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying if you're in wind, bro, see,
that's what they call it when it gets all screwed up. Bird nest.
Yeah, bird nesting.
Yeah. But the thing is with the bait caster, and that's the difference between the bait caster and the spinner, though, is with a bait caster, if you're fishing in wind, you are much more susceptible to bird nesting. Versus the spinner works much better in wind because even if you do catch a drift or catch a squall and you're coming in and you get the wind, it's not going to bird nest your spinner the same way it's going to bird nest your bait caster. Those are two different situations. You know what I mean?
Like when I'm trolling, I use bait casters because you can count the wraps and you know how much line you have.
So you can troll in fishing?
Yeah, you can fucking troll. Bro, when I'm going out there, I get people. See, this is where you guys, Cat for Life, you beginners and shit. Bro, I'll be fucking driving my outboard. I got a fucking 14-foot bass boat.
So that sounds like it's just picking out the fish.
I'll be trolling one line and fishing with my bait caster in the other.
Yeah,
so
same here.
Pretty much fishing out the fish. That's what that means.
Say it one more time, bud.
Does trolling mean that you're pissing off the fish with the bait? Is that
No.
Trolling means that you're driving the boat and letting the line run behind it.
Yeah, the line just drags. So it gives it, if you use, so okay, when you're trolling, a lot of people use different shit, but if you're using a worm while you're trolling, you're a fucking retard. So when you're trolling, you want to throw out what's called a top lure. And so what it does is it skips across the top of the water as the boat is driving along.
Fake
Well,
looking fish.
that's more saltwater shit.
I'm talking about the
No,
fake
you
looking
can do it
fish.
on a lake all day long. And CT, you're wrong.
I
You
do
know
it
how many
freshwater
times,
all the time.
bro, CT, I fucking troll all the time. When I drive from one side of the lake to the other, I'll leave my fucking worm right there floating on the top. I've caught many a fish, so don't even give me that. I get what you're saying, you know. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, bro, they'll fucking hit. They'll hit.
That's called when you poor ass white folk. You
That
go out
they'll
to a
hit.
lake, and them fucking fish
Like
are
a
so
regular worm?
starved. When those fish are so starved that
What kind
they're
of
gonna
worm?
eat a worm on the top of the fucking lake. That's
They'll
how
fucking do it. They'll do it.
Stop it, Amicus.
They'll
Stop
do it, CT. They don't do it a lot, but they'll fucking do it. Don't tell me I've done it
I'm
many
not
times.
saying they're not gonna do it. I
An
just said
earthworm?
it's only when you find a lake where the fucking fish are starved. They know the worms are on the bottom of the fucking lake when you do a pop reel. Pop reel. That's the realistic animation of a worm.
Bro, if it's an overcast day in the fucking muddy water, they can't see a fucking worm.
Top of the fucking lake.
All they see is
That's not
commotion.
realistic.
They see
Stop it,
commotion.
Amicus.
Stop it. They're not seeing the fucking worm in muddy water.
You're fucking goddamn beginners, bro.
I wonder what their vision is, bro.
I've been
Like,
fishing
they-
my whole fucking life. What are you talking about?
Do they have like the
And
peephole
you
type of
know
vision?
that if you're gonna fucking troll, you want a top center fucking lure.
Obviously, I'm just letting you know that if the conditions are right, the water's muddy, and you got enough commotion, they'll fucking hit. They don't have to be starving their ass off. It's all. Listen. If the conditions are right for top water and they see commotion above that water, they're not seeing it as a fucking worm. They're seeing the commotion.
And I agree, but that's cheating, and that's my opinion.
I'm just saying, it's still trolling.
Yeah,
Worms
you
got
can
eyes, bro.
say what, bro. I can throw out a green pumpkin head on the
Yeah.
top of the water, and I can lure that bitch. Yeah, there's gonna be fish that are dumb enough to bite it, but that doesn't mean that that's realistic. And that's
It's not the
again,
preferred way. I agree. I'm just saying it happens.
How many knots are you going with a worm tied to the back of your boat? Like knots is what?
No, CT is right. That's not how you do that. But it does work from time to time. I'm saying.
It depends. Like
it does. It does. But
there's
really,
that
you
in-
want a floater lure. You want something with a little. It's called a
With
popper rig.
the fake fish looking shit. With the wobbly tail.
poppers, there are spooks.
It's called a popper rig.
No,
So
I'll-
if you have a small popper rig and you throw it out about 40 feet behind your boat, and you're trolling, say it 1.5 knots, right? You got your trolley motor and you're just cruising along, right? That popper rig is at the perfect distance from the boat, 20, 30 feet.
But that's not even how you use a popper rig, man. Like I wouldn't use that for trolling. I get what you're saying, but listen, get the baby duck. Get the baby duck with the paddling feet. Troll 20 feet behind with the baby duck.
You use the baby duck as bait?
Use the baby duck.
What the?
Get the baby duck.
Your
Oh my
own
God.
wake. If you're
CT.
creating your own wake, wait, let me finish this.
What kind of
Amicus.
fish you catching that can swallow a baby duck?
You're
Oh,
creating
bass
your
kill
own
baby
wake.
ducks all day long.
You're creating your own wake.
Oh yeah.
That
Rat-
popper reel, at that 1.5 knots is popping in and out of the water because of the velocity that you're going at. So again, it's not like when you're throwing a top reel popper rig and you have to manually control it. When you're trolling,
I
power
understand
does its
that.
own fucking work.
I understand that, but wouldn't a buzzbait be better or a baby fucking duck?
No,
What the
they'll
hell's a
hit
buzz bait?
anything. They'll hit anything. Zero
What
spooks.
lingo are you guys talking here, bro?
Captain Life's having issues here.
Yeah.
The baby ducks, buzz bait, freaking. What else was
Yeah,
it?
that's all basso. See, in New York,
There you go, green rat.
Bamboo
Fuck
sticks
it.
and freaking.
Let's use some dynamite, you fucking retard
Hey,
Neanderthal
green rat,
motherfuckers.
bro.
CT, are you disagreeing with the theory of a baby duck trolling 20 feet behind a boat? A baby duck with the fucking paddlers? Have you ever done it?
Bro, don't kill
Come
the
on.
baby duck.
I'm not saying I was talking to Green Rat when Green Rat said,
Green
fuck
rat,
it,
get
let's-
up here, you double agent.
I'll tell you, come May, like as soon as the water starts warming up, we use our fly rods and red streamers, and we go into the marinas and they float on top, and the northern pike just
You
come
guys
up and
do lobster and mini lobster season?
Pike are a lot fucking different though. When you get out, just like here, in Virginia, just like it was when I was in Miami, you've got carp, right, bro? You could throw anything in the fucking water and carp's gonna bite at it. So stop it. But
Fucking amateur
it's the
English.
same fucking way. It's
With
the
carp.
same way with
common
pike.
carp.
Bro,
I
you
shoot
can
those with my
fucking throw
bow.
dog food. I've caught pike on dry dog food.
Yeah. Yeah. Catfish,
These
they'll eat like
motherfuckers
hot
will
dogs
eat
and all
anything,
kind of
bro.
shit.
It's just
Catfish,
like
too.
fucking catfish, which
Yep.
again, I don't eat fish because I'm allergic to fish and seafood, but
You
that's
see these
fine.
dudes be pulling that 20-foot catfish out the ground and shit, man? What do they call that?
Noodling.
Noodling, bro.
It's called a hillbilly hang fishing. That's what it's called.
Oh, you
Hillbilly
ever
hang
see that?
fishing.
You ever see that Hannah Barron do it? That
Yeah,
tiny little
yeah,
thing?
yeah. Well, that chick, I mean, she grew up doing that shit.
Yeah, she's a
Hey,
millionaire.
when y'all
because of it.
motherfuckers learn
Yeah.
how to do that shit, hey,
Million?
I'm all good for it. But you won't see my ass out there putting my hand in the goddamn hole, expecting
Of
something to come
100-pound
out of it, bro.
catfish, yeah, fuck
You
all
need
that.
$1
What the
million,
fuck's gonna
bro.
come out of
You
that
can have
hole?
a Rick and Morty arm.
Hey, I'll
I don't
kill a
give a fuck,
copperhead with
bro.
a shovel, but I ain't fucking with a catfish noodling and all that
Bro,
shit. Nah.
I'm not sticking my hand in the hole because you don't know.
$1 million, CT,
Hey,
for a
hey,
fish, bro.
right now, Kane said, what if
The
you
catfish
stick
ain't
your
got no
hand
teeth.
in a hole, right? What if it's an alligator gar and them teeth will fuck you up?
That's where you fucked up. You got to be with a pro. You got to go noodling with a pro, bro.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you got to go with the pro.
If you guys want to go noodling, we got to do it. I would love to do it. I've
I
been
would never
wanting to
do
do it,
that.
but I'm
You go
scared
with
as fuck.
the
I
water
ain't trying to
boy
get my
Cajun
arm
coach
bitten
style.
off.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not trying to get my arm bitten off, but I do like the exhilaration. I like the idea. I'm all
Yeah.
down for it.
You know where
But
they do that shit?
like
There's
you
water
guys said, I
moccasins and
think that you
alligators.
got to have the right person that knows where they are, what fish are there.
They got to talk
that's
like
where
the
it's
water boy coach, bro.
CT, you want a real adrenaline rush? Come down here and kill some copperheads with me, man. Yes, you'll have a good time.
You can go fuck yourself. I've been down there in Charleston. You can enjoy yourself. I've killed 2 or 3 of them, but I always use my 12 gauge with the
What
little
is it?
fucking buckshot. Hey, fuck you. I'm
North
not getting
Carolina
near,
or
bro.
South Carolina?
Hey, I had a buddy of mine who did his my best friend, he's passed away now. I love you and I miss you, Sean, but he's old school. He's a black guy. You know, his mom did the same shit. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go chop the head off with the shovel. Yeah, until your ass gets bit. And then you fucking feel like an idiot because you done
What is
went
it?
out there and did all that bullshit and you still fucked yourself up because you don't try to chop the head off and he turns around and bites your ass.
What are you talking about?
I had a copperhead striking me twice the other day. I told you about it.
Amicus sent me a picture the other day. He killed a copperhead, and he knows.
What's a copperhead? A shark? A snake?
Yeah,
Snake?
yeah, it's a snake. Yeah, it's a venomous snake, and he lives exactly where I used to, about 7 years ago. So he knows that I know that they're prevalent there. But Amicus, he's got some goddamn balls. Amicus said, "Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna pin him down and chop his head off with the fucking shovel." I'm like, bitch, I'm getting my 12 gauge and I'll spray shoot that motherfucker.
That's where you're wrong, bro. He's right, bro. I seen a dude hit an alligator with a frying pan, and that alligator hauled ass. Right in the nose, bro. You hit these things right in the nose, right in the head. The rest of the body's irrelevant.
Yeah, you just gotta pin the body of the copperhead, and then you go for the head. But I mean, they can reach out. You know, you gotta be careful because they can reach out.
No, wait, everybody, shut up. There's Mikey right there, pissing on camera again.
Oh, on cue. That's what, 5 seconds, man. Go to a doctor, man.
Yeah, that was just a weak one. I've been pissing all day.
Oh,
you say
God.
you gotta get a thumb up the ass. You say you gotta get a thumb up the
Stop
ass.
drinking that Bud Light.
I don't drink that shit. I drink Molson Canadian or Labatt Blue.
I don't want to hear it, bro. That sounds like Bud Light stream.
No, that's Canadian.
In Buffalo, they drink. Yeah, they drink Labatt.
We drink Canadian beer.
Nobody's drinking Bud Light because
dude, they lost $5 billion. $5 billion they lost because of that stunt.
Bud Light.
Well, they made a marketing mistake. They fucked up on marketing on that one.
No. Do you understand right now that Bud Light is the United States icon right now? You know that black guy right now is China's looking from afar, laughing their ass off.
Dude, there's the Save-A-Lot. Do you guys have Save-A-Lots?
Nah, we don't have them up here.
Talking about Big Lots?
No, Save-A-Lot. It's like an Aldi's grocery store. It's like
Bio, Ingles.
Yeah. Well, none of the Save-A-Lots put the Anheuser-Busch products in them.
Manny, if you want to bring your ass up here, bitch, come on up,
Money.
Yeah. Looks like Captain from the chat. Bills fans.
Money.
Well, I don't have it open. Yeah, well, they don't put the Anheuser-Busch stuff in the cooler anymore. I said, why? They don't have room in the dumpster?
Bro, what the hell has happened the past 2 years? Like, real talk between all four of us. What the fuck has happened?
As far as what?
The world, bro.
It's that friggin' movement, man.
There's too many.
I'll be honest with you. I don't watch any news. I don't know what's going on. I live in the fucking woods and I stay to myself.
You off the
this
grid?
bullshit. Which again, my best friend growing up is gay. He's married to his husband in Florida, right? I don't
Hold on, somebody's got feedback.
Problem is when people try to tell me, because I'm a scientist, I'm an exercise physiologist, you're trying to tell me to ignore biological science. You got this idea of fucking gender identity dysphoria. You're not going to tell me that I'm the crazy one when your fucking dysphoria identity disorder is in the DSM. But then you're going to tell me I'm the fucked up one. That's what I have the issue with.
CT, you're the fucked up one. Just accept it.
I don't know if you insulted me, but
somebody has feedback.
That's my fault. Sorry. My phone sucks.
Yeah, it is Cat for Life. He always sucks dick.
Let me get out and come back. Sorry. Let me get...
Yeah,
well, I put my earbuds in.
Come back in. You're good.
Mikey.
What?
I mean, it's like, bro.
Earbuds.
I gotta. Hey, Mikey reminds me of Boomhauer from fucking King of the Hill.
Oh, he's great.
Go, man. I'm not gonna be pissing out here, man. You can hear me pissing. I don't give a fuck. I mean, even man.
Yeah, Mikey should be in South Carolina where I am, and I should be in fucking Buffalo.
Well, if everything goes well, I'll be a resident of the Keys by this time next year.
Oh, there you go. Then you can be a Dolphins fan.
No, I still be a Bills fan.
Nah, you got to be a Dolphins fan because y'all Bills are going down the goddamn drain.
I just don't know where in the Keys I'd like to go though.
You got
Marathon, like
Go where there's a chapter for the Bills backers.
they're all over. They're all over through the Keys.
Yeah,
Deer Key is very, very nice. It's low key. You've got
Pardon the pun.
Opportunity. Deer and Pine Key are probably the best.
Those are further south though, right?
They are a little bit further south, but they're not tourist destinations, right? So
What about now? Hello?
Way better. Way better.
Hello?
Way better. What's up, Shake Money?
Hello?
Yeah, you're good, Cap.
Come on,
Hey, what's up, Shake?
I done dropped the link. Come on, brother.
Hey, Amicus, where you staying in South Carolina?
Well, I grew up my whole life in Charleston, but now I'm near Lake Marion in the Santee area.
Is it by Greenville or by
No,
Malden?
it's right in the middle of Charleston and Columbia. And I'm an hour away from Charleston and 1 hour away from Columbia.
Yes,
I used to work over at the Adidas factory down by freaking Greer.
Okay, yeah. Right
And
on.
lived over in Malden for a while. Great, went to school in Grayport.
I didn't even know there was an Adidas factory there.
Hey,
Yeah, by the BMW plant.
that was before
Okay.
Amicus. That was before Cat for Life stopped sucking dick for a living.
Yeah, listen, man, I had to get out of that area because just the fact that everything was moving slow and everything was just, it was just like, man, I loved it, but damn, man, like everybody there just looked like they were miserable, man.
Bro, I lived 38 years in Charleston, man, and me and the wife, we came up here. Past 5 years I've been by Lake Marion. So I live like surrounded by woods and everything. I don't even watch the news. I don't even know what's going on. I don't give a fuck. As long as nobody comes on these 2 acres, we're good. The rest of the world can burn. I don't give a fuck. Just leave me and my family alone.
Like Tennessee has the mountains. They got the canyons.
Pretty little nonsensical bullshit. The rest of us motherfuckers that are living real life,
I want to hunt deer, bro.
about your fantasy fucking world. We
I
don't
want to
give
hunt like wild boar and shit, like Red Dawn with a
We don't
freaking
give a fuck about politics. We don't give a
drinking
shit
deer
about
blood and shit, and
that, bro.
freaking living off the freaking Mother Nature.
Where do you live now, Cap?
Obalaga, near the stadium.
Oh, you're South Miami?
North Miami.
CT, you're in West
North
Virginia
Miami?
or some shit. You're surrounded by woods too. What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't tell me West Virginia, bro. West Virginia are the sister fuckers.
Well,
I
what
don't
is
do that.
Hey, you gotta start playing the
listen,
banjo. What's that? What's that movie?
Deliverance? Deliverance.
Bro, that's blasphemy. I'm a fucking mute all y'all motherfuckers if I had to. That's
I'm just saying, you live in West Virginia. You're surrounded by trees.
I don't live in West Virginia,
You
motherfucker.
live in one of those fucking destinations in Virginia.
I live in
He lives
Virginia.
closer to the military
just
part.
outside of Roanoke. You can go fuck yourself. I grew
Hey,
up in Pepper Pines.
That's where the military
Hey,
is.
bro, I was born.
With my
CT.
first wife. I went out to
CT.
fucking North Carolina. I ended up in Virginia, but
CT. I was born in Portsmouth.
there you go.
What's that?
Yeah,
Portsmouth,
you're born in
Virginia.
another
Yeah.
shitty town in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Where's the military at?
No,
Oh, the naval base.
Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh, Norfolk.
there's
Norfolk. Yes,
Portsmouth,
Norfolk.
Yeah, Norfolk. Yep.
Norfolk. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm just saying, I was born in your area. It's ironic. I was born where you live now, and then you like chilled here where I grew up. You know, it's like a
Yeah,
parallel
but
universe.
I grew up in Miami, where Cap for Life is from, and a lot of these guys. But damn, this is where I love them to death. But I had to get out of Miami, and the reason I had to move is, bro, I lived in the concrete jungle. I lived with people on top of me. I grew up with all this goddamn woke culture bullshit. And I was just, bro, it was nothing about me. I want to come out. I have my own land. I got 2.5. I got just above 2.5 acres. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Y'all leave me the fuck alone.
That's how I
That's what I
feel.
want. That's what I want,
And
bro.
that
I wanna see
Manny in the
fucking
chat, he does the same stuff, man. Manny lives in the
That's
fucking woods
exactly
too. See,
what I
that's
want, bro.
that's the new way of living, man. Fuck all that city
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
You gotta
I want
be
to be able to say
isolated
F
by
all of you
yourself.
people, bro.
Yes, sir. Green Rat. What's up, brother? Yeah, that's how I feel. Is
I'm done with people.
I'm tired of people
I
being
used to be
all
a
up in my
people person
business.
until
And
people
now
ruined
I'm
it, bro.
in Miami.
Exactly, Cap.
See, Green. Now Green Rat lives in the deer hunting capital of the country, right there,
And
right in
Green Rat is
Iowa.
one of those
Yeah,
people.
Green,
What the hell?
look at
Where the
Manny.
hell have you been, bro?
I've been around.
What, in that car? Driving in that car?
Yeah, a little bit.
Where at?
Up in Iowa.
What the hell's in Iowa?
Deer, man.
Iowa's
Deer.
fucking corn country,
Deer.
bro.
Elk.
Come on,
Moose.
Cat for Life. Iowa's
It's
corn
corn.
country, bro. Stop it.
It's got the juice. It's got the
Hey, you could call Green Rat Corn the Coal Star.
I thought Nebraska was corn country.
Well, Iowa has it too. Iowa has a lot of soybeans.
The corn huskers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Nebraska.
It's
All the Midwest has corn,
it's
soybean.
corn and soybeans is what they do out in Iowa. Corn and soybeans.
What the fuck are we talking about? This stream has gone to complete shit. What happened to Miami Heat versus the Bucks? Fucking talking about corn now.
Talk about the shitty ass fucking
When the shit hits the fan, we
Lakers.
gotta know where to go to get soybeans.
Dolphins are gonna beat the Bills' ass. The Heat are gonna whoop the fucking Milwaukee Bucks' ass. We're tired of talking about that same limpo moronic bullshit.
Well,
Can
this
we
is
talk
good
about
combo.
politics,
This is good. I
religion?
didn't mean to interrupt. Let's keep going. Keep
I'm
going.
in for a little bit of Josh Allen sucks.
Hey, there we go.
Some more
I
politics.
got, hey, speaking of that, since he brought it up, I got kicked off another Brittany Williams platform. She kicked me off of TikTok today.
Hey, Mikey, I told the wife the story about when you DM'd her and she fucking blocked you. The wife's like, what did he say? And I told her and she's like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, you're going to get blocked.
Yeah. I got
Brittany
kicked off
Martin,
for
who?
I got kicked off for TikTok today.
Brittany TikTok, what's her name?
Brittany Williams.
Mikey's been stalking Josh's ex-girlfriend for the past few months. And she got
That's his girlfriend?
TikTok, you got to do some fucked up shit.
Why are you doing that?
On your bitch asses all the time anyway.
Hold on, somebody sounds like they're talking to her.
Down, bro. Don't do that.
Mikey was probably the concurrent cause of why she broke up with Josh Allen, based on his DM to her.
Right. You're gonna end up being Batman
because
the Chicago guy, bro.
Amicus personally messaged Josh Allen and said, hey, anything that bitch will do to you, I'll do to you too.
Oh,
You don't
God,
have to
man.
deal
This
with
is not
it.
good, bro. They're gonna find you, bro.
Well, no, because now she put
No, it's
something
not
on.
good for you guys. It's great for us.
No, it's bad for you because now the succubus is gone and he cares more about football than anything else. He's ready.
You know what?
This is on the
You're
joke.
Get
right.
out and get reach arounds from fans like Amicus and
Honestly, Mikey, we owe you. We should build a statue of Mikey.
Michael K's willing to piss on him, so he might be one of those fucking freaks that like to be pissed on. So we got to start worrying about this.
Mikey, if we win the Super Bowl this year, I'm letting all of Bill's Mafia know that you are the fucking reason, bro. You got rid of the succubus.
Well, it's coming out now. I think he broke up with her.
It's like what? Ono?
No, bro, did you see the press conference? He looked happier than I've ever seen him. A day after she fucking, was gone.
Yeah, but that's because you were giving him a goddamn reach around the fucking very same day. He wasn't missing nothing.
I get kicked off
all these guys do this. Like all pro sports always do this after the third year.
Michael K was pissing on him, and he likes to be deformated. He likes to be treated like a bitch, and he likes to get pissed on.
Okay, well, real quick before we get into piss talk, this is
you really want us to go in on Tua? We can go on Tua. It's a lot easier than going in on Josh Allen. Like I'm just saying.
This is not good.
You're
This is
going
when pro
on
athletes
too
jump the
because you
shark.
guys are scared because your fucking quarterback.
No, bro. This is like
Fuck this
Russell Wilson with
succubus.
Subway. This is not
Not
good.
worried about who's gonna come in and suck his dick long enough to make
No,
him
bro. It's not even that, bro. This is like Russell Wilson-ish, bro. This is the decline.
happy. I
Yeah,
agree.
okay. All right.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, bro.
This
You're gonna
might
have
be the
sponsorships
incline. See,
everywhere.
Mikey, you might have been right this whole time, and now you got rid of the succubus because I really feel like this is all you're doing, and I want to thank you personally because Josh
He's
Allen's about to go fucking
hanging
nuclear.
out, doing crazy crap, not going to training camp, bro. I'm telling you, OTAs. Where is he? In the Bahamas?
Who?
Who,
Josh
Diggs?
Allen? He's there.
Yes.
No, Diggs was at Coachella.
Oh.
Yeah, he was at Coachella. But
Okay,
he was,
he's a
man, he was
professional.
all
He'll be all
around.
right.
In 2
He
more
was
months,
all
you
around
won't be able to
Maryland.
attract you guys. I'm telling you, man. I'm saving you the heartache.
I'm a little concerned about Josh Allen's drinking, though.
Oh, here we go. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, come
What
on,
are you doing?
Mikey. What the fuck? First
So,
was
you know,
golfing. Now we're talking drinking.
Did
Yeah,
you
you're
not
throwing
watch? Did
stuff
you
to
not
make it
watch his
stink or
golfing
is it trash?
videos?
No, this has
No,
to be factual.
I saw
don't
that you
like-
dropped it, but I didn't watch it. No.
Oh,
Bro,
dude, it's an
is
hour
this
and a half.
factual
And that's all
or
he
is
was
this-
doing was drinking
What was he drinking though? Bud Light?
tequila, double shots of
Yeah,
tequila,
if he was
something
drinking
or
a
other.
Bud Light, let's cancel his bitch
Oh
ass.
Jesus, Mike, you just don't want to say it. It was a Bud Light, right?
No, it's tequila. I don't like tequila either. So
Hey, no, stop it. Stop lying, Mikey K. He was drinking a Bud
Oh,
Light.
Mike.
Of Dover Mavane or whatever that trans bitch
This
is.
is not good, Mike.
Josh
Bud
Allen
Light.
is a cross-dressing pussy-ass bitch like the rest of them.
No. We don't need to go to that extreme. We don't.
But
We
hey,
really don't.
Mikey, that video
Yeah.
I think was before the breakup. So maybe he was like drowning in his sorrows and everything. But he's good now. He's good now.
No, it was definitely before the breakup.
He's good now that Amicus gave him the reach around.
Yeah.
a couple.
You remember
Mikey
what
got
happened to
rid of
Brady?
Mikey got rid of her.
Remember what happened to Brady? That's all I gotta say.
Mikey pissed on him, and then
I'm
Mikey
just
pissed
saying.
on him, and he liked that.
But I'm just saying.
She got the dog though. He didn't get the. She got
No,
the dog. and all
no.
her
Fuck
designer
that.
bills
That's
closed.
Josh Allen's dog. That
And she
Josh,
got the dog?
that dog has been featured on Kyle Brandt's basement.
No,
That's
whoa,
Josh
whoa,
Allen's
whoa.
dog.
She
She don't
got
get
the
the
dog.
fucking dog.
She's
Did she
got
get
the
the
dog.
dog?
Yeah, she got the dog.
Oh, bro,
That's
your season's done,
bullshit.
bro. Your season is done.
She got the dog.
Mark the tape. CT, mark the tape, bro. Their season is done, son.
What was? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the Facebook post today.
I bet you the
It's
dog's
already
name was Scotty or Norwood.
Michael K hasn't seen the clip yet, and neither is Amicus on the shorts on Miami Dolphins content. But
Wow.
there are shorts where, again, Michael K said that the Buffalo Bills, because Josh Allen sucks dick, aren't going anywhere. And so I put on that short. When a Buffalo Bills fan does the job of a Dolphins fan and saying that their quarterback sucks and their team sucks, why in the fuck do we have to do shit? Just let these motherfuckers sit back and argue with themselves.
No, me and Mikey might be aligned now, bro. The succubus is gone. See, that was our thing the whole time, but now we might be aligned now. We'll see what happens.
That's the.
We're getting there.
That is the determining factor. That's what you're saying?
It could be. We'll see.
Hey, he
Interesting.
spends less
Interesting.
time worried about getting his dick sucked and more time worrying about football.
Bro, are you looking
Maybe
to break a record? How many times are you going to say dick sucking, bro?
Well, CT likes to say dick sucking.
Apparently,
Clearly.
bro. Wait till the season. Stop jinxing. I want to. Can you say that when we're up freaking at least 4 games in freaking in like week 7?
He's not going to learn this lesson. He's like the fucking
I
Dylan
need
Brooks of the
Josh
Dolphins
Allen to be
community. He's going to
Rambo
run his
and
fucking
freaking-
mouth until Josh Allen wins an MVP and a Super Bowl, and then we're going to pull out the receipts and
Funny
fucking
thing
troll
is,
him for the next
Josh
5
Allen
fucking
has
years.
Never won an MVP, and Josh Allen would never
Do
win
not
a Super
jinx
Bowl.
anything right now, bro. I'm telling
He's
you.
doing it, Cap.
Don't do it.
Hey, he's doing it.
Find wood. I know you're freaking outside in the
funny
dust.
thing is
Knock
guys
on
like
that shit right
fucking
now, bro.
Amicus who love Josh Allen's ice cold dick They're so fucking worried about what
Here
he's
we go
going
again.
to, what he could do instead of what he's actually doing.
Bro,
Oh,
you
I got
may
the
never
receipts.
you might not have ever
I
seen the
got the
Josh Allen
video,
like you're gonna
brother.
see.
I got the
The
video,
fucking
Mr.
succubus
He's
is
so
gone.
accurate.
He's
Hey,
at
that
OTAs. He's
succubus
fucking
is
working
gone.
out. He's got a smile on his face. He looks happy. Motherfucker might go nuclear, bro. You're gonna eat those words, man. You gotta be careful. Be
The
careful.
only time I'm gonna eat those words is when he grows a goddamn dick. And I'm sorry, but again, just like Mr. Oh, he's so accurate, even though I have the video to show that he's fucking inaccurate as fuck, but you keep holding on to whatever straws that
Charles
you
Clay.
need to hold on to.
Well, you know
Damn.
what though? Now that
Yeah.
hold on, now that the succubus is gone, he's probably going to be building up some arm
What do you
strength.
guys call her? What's the name?
The
He already
succubus.
got the arm strength. He's already got the arm strength. So what? Now that he's jacking off himself more, he's gonna throw it even better.
Well, then, yeah, that's what the
You say yeah.
yeah. Because
You felt
my
hell,
last post is something about fuck. I couldn't. How come I can't find the room? I wanted.
Just because he's got more arm strength doesn't mean he's gonna be any more accurate. And by that I mean he's not accurate now. But
Well, hold on
if
now.
you
Hold
throw
on a
some
minute.
extra arm strength from jacking off a few more times, he's still not gonna be accurate.
I have my theory on this, and there's been so many rumors floating around Buffalo that he got some broad knocked up, and he was unfaithful to her. I'm like, no, it can't be. I said he's been so busy he hasn't had time to go fool around, so it had to be her.
Oh, I got another one. Bro, he can't hit a hole on a fucking football field. What makes anybody think he can fucking hit a hole off it? That's the problem.
Maybe she didn't like anal.
I mean, hey, the only thing he does is fuck shit. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think you guys are pretty much. Yeah, you're done.
I think CT tonight has fucked the Dolphins for the 2023 season. And
Man,
yeah, because earlier in the podcast he compared Hero to Giannis, and now he's silently comparing Tua to Josh
No, he
Allen.
compared Hero
Like
to
y'all are
Duncan.
fucked.
Oh, bro, there is no comparison. Josh
No, it was Hero
Allen,
to who? To the other
goddamn
white guy.
loser.
No,
He
no. He compared Hero to Giannis.
He can't do shit in real life, just like
How
Tua.
the hell? One's tall, one's
Tua's
small.
got a fucking wife. Tua's got a kid. Oh, wait. Josh Allen can't hit the hole off the field like he can't hit one on it. No wonder why he's a goddamn shitty loser. Fuck. We don't know. He could be gay. He could have a mustache. She could have been his mustache because he likes.
But I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
Game. His
But
game
now
is
I know.
ass too.
Now I know when we beat you guys in that game where you guys needed IVs all over the place because you were complaining about the sun. That hug at the end of the game was more than just a hug, bro.
Oh, yeah. It was a fucking wannabe, I want to rub your dick hug.
No. It was, man, I'm going through a lot and it's affecting my season. And it did affect your season. So imagine now. Because this is dwelling and lingering from past
the guy
season. You
has
guys
been
know that, right?
freed. He's free now.
Yeah, but if he's free now, it's because it was affecting him in the past.
Got a hug
Do you
too.
agree
Yeah,
with
so
that?
imagine what he's gonna do now, Cap. He's about to go fucking
According to
nuclear on the whole
Amicus,
league.
He's gonna get newborn. He's gonna say, "Look, football is not
He's
all that."
got
He's gonna
a
become
Tua.
freaking
Man,
What's this
he's
guy,
gonna be
the
out banging
Tebow,
women so
Tim
much
Tebow.
he's gonna forget that
Hey,
he's playing
nah, Tua
football.
told him. Hey, Tua told Josh Allen during that hug, stop fucking trying to fuck strippers and find yourself a real
come
guy.
on, man.
No, that's not what Tua said. Tua said, Josh Allen, how are you able to play a full season every fucking year? Please give me the secret.
No, bro. No, I'm telling you right now. He looked at
Yeah,
Tua.
you know what he
He
said?
looked at
You know what
Tua. He was
Josh Allen
burnt,
said
bro.
back? Hey, you get fucked in the ass every week by your opponent, and it makes you want to get
No,
fucked.
bro. He looked at Tua, whispered in his ear, "Why doesn't she want me anymore?"
And Tua said,
And Tua
'cause you
said
don't
he was
believe
his
in
daddy.
God and you're a shitty quarterback.
Bro, look
Yeah,
at the look
Josh
that Tua
Allen.
has. How do I
Josh
answer that?
Allen consoled Tua in the next game
Exactly, bro.
when the Bills beat the Dolphins. You notice that? They gave him a little like redemption and payback. You know, like, hey, you helped me on the hot sunny day. I'm gonna help you in the cold. Brotherly love.
Yeah, brotherly,
Yeah.
homoly love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tua was broken. He thought he was going up to Buffalo and winning that game. So Josh Allen, he cares about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He cares about taking in the ass, and that's just the way.
Probably apologize for the snowballs and everything, But I mean, Tua took that defeat hard. He looked defeated. He looked defeated.
I get snowballs all the time when they come in my ass.
I know exactly what you guys were doing in those snowballs.
Snowballs in Buffalo.
It was the fucking Miami Dolphin fans throwing them, trying to get a penalty on the Bills. Because the stupid announcer was like, anybody who throws snowballs again, the Bills are going to be penalized, and all the Dolphins started packing snow.
You were throwing white ones. You guys were throwing yellow ones. Bunch of nasty asses.
No. They were throwing white ones. They were throwing white ones too. It was just
them things were looking like cookies and cream, bro.
Hey, how come I can't?
With Josh Allen's cum and everybody wanted to eat it. All these fucking homos in Buffalo.
Hey, how come I can't find this channel on YouTube?
Hey, shout out to my boy.
Because you're looking on Twitter.
Said, damn.
Because it's rated X content and it doesn't play on YouTube.
Because your computer's turned off.
No, because it says Miami content, 1,000 subscribers. Isn't this on YouTube or this on Twitter now?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, bro. We started
what are you
this
talking
8
about?
months ago. Now 9
I got
months
Miami.
ago.
I'm looking at the page right now. Miami Dolphins content, 1,000 subscribers. I'm
What are
looking
you
for
talking about, bro?
He's talking about my show, brother. Me and Bleezy's show, our channel, Miami Dolphins content.
And have you sent me a link to that channel that has supposedly, 1,000 subscribers?
That link multiple fucking times,
asshole. When the hell was I going to know? What? Wow, that was fast.
Bro, I told you for months, bro.
I know you told me, asshole, but damn, that was pretty fast without even telling me.
All of a sudden, you realize that I put the fucking work in.
Hey, I got a live too, all right?
I'm coming for it, bro. I got over 1,000 subs. Bro, I got more subs than Batman and all these other motherfuckers, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't need y'all motherfuckers. I don't need these bitch-ass Lewis and EM. I don't need y'all motherfuckers.
Hey, calm it down, because you said you and Bleezy. Calm down. You said you and Bleezy. Where the hell is Bleezy, bro? Where is Bleezy?
He was here. I seen his name in the chat.
Right now. He's in the fucking thing right
Bleezy,
now.
Get up here, bro. We need to talk, bro.
Earlier. He was out here earlier. Bleezy, get up back. Nah, he was fucking a girl, which I ain't gonna give out his business. But he done texted me. He said, "Oh, I hit the kitty earlier. I hit the kitty." And I said, "All right, you fucking abused the kitty cat. Now get your ass up here. I don't give a fuck."
I know exactly what's going on, bro.
What the fuck are we doing right now?
I'm trying to find the live. Where's the live? It's not on YouTube.
Nah,
I'm on
Miami Fan Talk.
It's called the on button on the side of your laptop, bro.
Because I started this show to recap NBA. That's what I wanted to do, and we came out and did it. Thanks to Amicus. Right. But again, I'm not putting an NBA show on my channel because, again, it doesn't fit that narrative. But again, Miami Fan Talk Network, shout out to Big Philly and this network. I'm a part of it too. Go read my little thingy underneath my name. There you go. But we don't just stick with the NFL, bro. I'm starting up UFC shows.
Correct.
We got basketball shows. We got baseball on the way.
I'm never talking baseball. No, hell no.
We're gonna be talking about everything. It's not just football.
Politics, again, religion.
All of us. Let me finish this real quick, Cap. On this network, on Miami Fan Talk Network, we don't just talk about we talk about every sport across the league. We got NFL, we got Warzone that's coming.
Pickleball.
Amicus, bro. It's all NFL teams, all NBA teams, bro. We're not pigeonholing ourselves. We're not just talking about specific teams.
Cricket?
We want to talk sports.
We
And
talk about
all y'all
fishing.
want to talk sports? Come on up. Hit the fucking link. We drop the link all the
Noodling?
time. Come hit the fucking link and let's talk fucking sports. Let's go. Fins up and Heat. Let's go. Beat them
Go Bills.
fucking faggot ass Bucks.
Hey, Green Rat.
Yep.
What kind of mileage you get out of that thing?
On the highway, about 31 to 38.
That's it?
400 some horsepower, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You shut me up for
Hey,
that
we
one.
got another Josh Allen fan. Let's go, you fucking lovers. Let's go.
That's
Hey,
Mikey, bro.
Amicus, when are we gonna reschedule this, bro?
Yeah,
Reschedule
let Mikey have time to think and dwell on the
We
bad
had
that
the
he has
Josh
done.
Allen tour debate on fucking the first episode of Warzone. We were
whenever
doing
you
it on
want.
the nuptial episode of Miami Dolphins content, but you keep on ducking, bro, because you
What
don't
is this
want
Warzone you
this
speak of?
fucking fire.
Don't go there, CT. We're live. Don't go
What's this
there.
Warzone you speak of?
Nobody's ducking anything.
We can do it
I was
right
there
now.
30
Let's
minutes
go.
before. Nobody sent me a fucking link. Don't even go there. We can discuss it later. You know what's up.
Green Rat, what they talking about?
Come on.
What is it?
I think Amicus was definitely ducking that night. I waited
Yes,
all
sir.
fucking night for that
No,
shit.
we can have this conversation right now. I got the receipts. CT knows what's up. 30 minutes ahead of time, we were supposed to go and everything, and I didn't get no notification, no
So it was
word,
a
no
time
drop the
change
link.
issue.
But
Is
things
that what you're
were
saying?
listen, to CT's credit, and CT can vouch, there was some technical difficulties going on, and by the time they got all sorted out, I thought we were rescheduling. I had already started doing shit with the wife, so it just didn't work out.
No, and I'm just giving Amicus shit.
Yeah.
For you guys that don't know, yeah, we did have technical difficulties. We had issues. I tried to reach out to him, and again, you know, there was a lot going on. We had a prenuptial episode of Miami Dolphins content. If you haven't seen that, please go hit us up, like, sub us. We restreamed here on Miami Dolphins Talk Network. So I know Raphael and a bunch of other guys seen it over here, but we did have technical difficulties. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that, but I can argue that Amicus came on to defend himself after his own Bills fans, Michael K and JC included, said he was given a reach around to Josh Allen because the succubus left him. So again, he was busy. He's trying to tell you he was busy with his wife.
Yep.
I don't believe that. I think he was
bullshit,
busy
bro.
with Josh
When I heard that shit,
and he was
I had-
trying to make Josh Allen feel
I
better.
heard that shit in the first off.
Left.
I hopped on because you texted and said that they were saying shit. So I said, hold on, let me go smoke a cigarette. We were watching a series of some shit, Game of Thrones or whatever. I'm like, let me go have a cigarette. I pop in. But if you notice on that broadcast, I didn't talk much. I was in and out, because I was already committed.
Yeah, just like Josh Allen's dick was in and out of your mouth. I know. He set himself up for it.
Yeah. Once I commit to the wifey, bro, like I'm saying, y'all were just late, man. Y'all didn't pull the trigger in time, but it's all good.
Nah, I agree, and I'm not blaming Amicus. Like I say, we did have technical difficulties. We did get it solved about 20 minutes after the show started, but I do give Amicus credit. You know, I'm a father of 5. I have a wife too, so he also has multiple children. So again, I understand his plight. So I'm just giving him shit. But
hey, it was hard enough to get away to have a cigarette just to hop on and talk shit to JC and Mikey.
Just know that war is coming.
War is coming. No, but we do need to reschedule that because I still have all my stats and everything. I haven't even been able to use it. And I know you got some shit and some aces up your sleeve too, so we got to get it on.
We got to play some certain shit, though.
Yeah.
My God, Michael K's in here twice. So, fuck, hearing him once is worse enough. We got to hear him twice now.
Damn.
Which
Damn.
one do you want? One's muted, one's not. Go ahead, Michael K, so I can throw out the other one. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the world can't take two Mikeys. We just need one.
Exactly.
What happened to Cap?
I appreciate Cap for Life coming on. I don't know what happened to Cap, but get your ass back up here. He's probably sleeping. Like, when I try to get him and Pete on the penuptial episode of Miami content. And
damn, CT, you are going in tonight, bro. What the fuck?
No, man, I'm just letting everybody know. Listen, bro, hey, I'm trying to do my best. We created this network. We created this show. And again, it's about the quality of people we bring on, which is why Amicus from Miami or Buffalo, oh my God. Sorry.
Bill's Mafia. Bill's
Mafia sit down. He's a character. He brings the conversation. We're not about all these lame ass dudes. We don't want the same conversations. Bro, everybody comes out here and they talk about the same shit every fucking episode. And especially in the off season where there's not a lot going on, everybody wants to rehash the same stupid bullshit. And we're not about that on this network. On this network, we are about bringing fresh content, fresh conversations. It doesn't have to be Dolphins. It doesn't have to be Bills. It doesn't have to be Heat. It doesn't have to be Lakers. It doesn't have to be Panthers. It doesn't have to be LA Knights. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm an Adesanya fan. Oh, I'm a Gaethje fan. Oh, bro, we're doing it all.
I love some Gaethje, man. Gaethje, that's the fucking guy.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Gaethje's been medically suspended for 90 days. So
yeah, every fight because he's a warrior. He lays it all. That's why I love him, man. That guy puts on the most entertaining fights I have ever seen in my life. He is box office.
I agree. I like Gaethje, but I think that Gaethje has an issue with dealing with longer, heavier guys that can impose their will on him. And it's very much the same way with Adesanya, which I like the style bender. We all know this, but the guy has issues with heavier guys that can impose their will on him. And I think that's a common theme in MMA right now is you can have great strikers, but look at Ahmed, Makaved, whatever his name is. It's bro, once you get in the grapplers and the wrestlers, it's the same thing in light heavyweight. You get into guys who are grapplers and wrestlers, the strikers, they get fucking dominated because they can't get off their back. They have no jiu-jitsu. They have no ground game. And once they're taken to the ground, that's it. And how many fights have we got to keep rewatching to see it?
I would push back on that Adesanya thing a little bit. He doesn't have a problem with guys. He had a problem with one guy. And he redeemed himself and beat him. But Pereira was the only one.
And I agree, but again, you got to take into, again, fucking Khabib's little wannabe mini-me. You got so many guys with DC, even in his era. You get strikers versus grappler and wrestlers. And again, if the striker can knock you the fuck out in the first round, great. If not, these strikers are getting owned through the second, third, and if it's a championship bout, fourth and fifth rounds, where they get grabbed, taken down, and controlled.
Prime example is Masvidal against Burns, and I called
Yes.
that one. I gave you kudos for the for the Oladipo knee, right? You called that one, but tell the truth, I called that Burns fight. I called it.
You did, and I said that again. And this is my retort to that is when Masvidal fights in Miami, he's much more aggressive. But you are correct, and you called it. And this is where part of that generation of these UFC MMA fans is realizing that Masvidal, he's a stand-up striker. He's willing to go out on a shield. However, if you get a grappler or a wrestler that can take him down, his game becomes obsolete. And the MMA is really transitioning to that right now. You've got much more grapplers and wrestlers than you do stand-up knockout artists.
Hey, real quick, I got to step away just for a few minutes. Green Rat, if you can keep the convo going, I'd appreciate it. Let me tell you a secret. Just let CT talk over and over, and every like 30, 45 seconds say, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's all you got to do. You're good to go.
That shit ain't going to happen.
Yeah, just like the Bills fan, he's going to go suck Josh Allen's dick to make him feel better. Go ahead, Amicus. We'll hit you up later. What's up, Green Rat, my boy? Let me know, like I said, what do you think about the Heat, man? That's a fucking bro going up 2-1 against Milwaukee.
I haven't watched the Heat play for quite a few years and stuff, to be honest.
Come on. All right.
Well, basketball ain't even basketball anymore. Come on, be real about it.
I mean, I agree with that. I'm not arguing that, but I still love b-ball. Bro, going back to when I ran with brothers of mine, naked through the streets, streaking into, 96, when we won our first championship with D-Wade. Like, I went to the games.
Yeah, I was watching some back then, but man, Dwayne Wade's hit his head too many times, and he's fucking nuts now, so.
Oh, yeah, him and his little, I'm not even getting into that.
Right.
So, we already talked a little bit about it, but I ain't going to recoup it. But it is, I mean, is this woke? Is this fucking new culture? It is what it is. Y'all fucking keep scratching your own non-existent balls. They're females, and then they go to scratch their balls and realize they cut their own balls off. So it is what it is. But I'm just super excited. I think that, bro, if the Heat can get it, the Dolphins, we got Ramsey now. We're heading into the draft. Next week, Monday, Miami Dolphins coming out. Draft reactions. We got a full fucking show planned. Come check us out. But it's really about, again, in the NFL, we're waiting to see it. Are people going to be traded during the draft, right before the draft? How's Aaron Rodgers and the Jets going to shake out? What are you going to do? It's a lot of shit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we don't know if we're going to keep Wilkins or if Wilkins is going to be gone, or Cedric Wilson maybe could be gone. Has Aaron Rodgers even became a Jet yet?
Nope.
I didn't think so, but.
And that's where I'm concerned as far as the Dolphins, bro. We got to get Cedric. We got to get rid of Cedric. Bro, I don't give a fuck if I get a 7th round next year, 2 years from now. I don't give a fuck. That money's got to come off the books. Because, bro, we had Trent Sherfield and Craycraft who outplayed him. They blocked better than him. They created better opportunities in the passing game. Sure, our re-signing of Sherfield, we let Craycraft go, or is it did we sign Craycraft and let Sherfield go?
Yeah, we kept Craycraft and Sherfield went to Buffalo.
So we re-signed Craycraft, let Sherfield go, but again, I'll take Sherfield's production over Cedric Wilson's.
Yeah, I mean, Sherfield did a really good job for us and stuff. I wasn't exactly happy that we let him go, but we did. Wilson, I don't know. It depends if we make any moves and stuff. I mean, if we're not going to make any big moves, then it really doesn't matter if Cedric stays or goes, to be honest. Because what would we gain by cutting
That's
him?
a death statement, though. Green Rat, that right there is a death statement, saying that it doesn't matter if he comes or goes, but in reality, it does, because Gesicki had limited snaps and he fought with Cedric Wilson for those snaps, right? But he also fought Trent Sherfield for those snaps. He also fought Craycraft for those snaps. So if we're bringing back one guy who is taking those snaps anyway, Gesicki's not going to be back, and neither is fucking Craig. We let Craycraft go, right? We re-signed
Sherfield.
Sherfield. So we brought Craycraft back, but let Sherfield go. So Craycraft is going to take those snaps. Gesicki's gone. He's not going to take those snaps. Well, we know Hunter Long ain't shit because fucking, what's his name? Frank Smith talked about him, as well as our tight end coach, and said, yeah, I'm concerned about his desire to play, his commitment to play. So Hunter Long ain't the guy. We got Tanner
I think Hunter
Connor.
Long was part of that trade, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I think he was a part of one of our trades and stuff. He went. Well, I think it might have been the Ramsey one, but I can't remember which one it was.
And I don't care. My whole thing is, again, we had so many guys that tried to fill one position, right? We had Craycraft, Sherfield, Gesicki, we were just talking about. The guy we're trying, Cedric Wilson. So we had Cedric Wilson, Craycraft, Sherfield, Gesicki. Gesicki's gone. We had Chase Edmonds coming out of the backfield taking slot receiver snaps. Like, dude, at what point do we say enough is enough?
Well, I get what you're saying, but I guess all I'm saying is, if we're gonna take it and possibly roll it to next year's cap if we get him traded and stuff, that's one thing. But if we don't make any moves and stuff, it's not that he's a bad receiver. So if someone went down, it wouldn't be the worst thing if he's still on the team.
Yeah, and I agree. And that's where I was saying is, and I get what you're saying as well, is I'm not against holding on to him. But again, if you can move that salary and get compensation, even if it's a 6-7 round pick, I'd rather take that versus a guy that, just like Gesicki, and this is where my argument comes in, is I feel like Cedric is, again, more of a Gesicki type situation where Gesicki played a big role the year before. Cedric Wilson played a decent role in Dallas the year before, too. But we used both of them sparingly. We used them as outliers in our offense. But yet we paid Gesicki $11 million and we paid Cedric $6 million, and they played sparingly. So when do we start fucking passing blame to Greer and saying, well, you could have traded Gesicki and got something from him, because his trade value was never higher than what it was last offseason. But then you paid him that money and then used him sparingly. So you fucked yourself. You know what I mean? Because now, if we're trying to get rid of Gesicki, everybody goes, well, Gesicki didn't do shit this year. Oh, wait, because our offense didn't let him do shit this year. Right? All right, Michael K is back.
I'm back. The internet's working again.
All right. But do you get what I'm saying? Green Rat is, bro, if you're not going to use them, you need to trade them. And I agree with the Patriots in this point, and the Bills have done it too, is, bro, if you're not going to produce for us and we're not going to use you as a significant portion of our team, I'm getting rid of you and I'm going to get what I can get out of you. But why can't Greer do that? But why can't Greer do that?
With Gesicki and stuff, I mean, how can you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know how a fucking NFL football player doesn't have enough dog in him that he can't fucking block. That I'll never know, because that's just effort.
Blocking and it's effort. The same way as the guy can make spectacular catches in the open fields. If it's 20-20, this motherfucker making one-handed catches. But in the red zone, we watched 4 fucking times. 4. That he had red zone completions from to us. And it bounced off his face mask. And he drops it. Why am I paying you $11 million to be a number 1 tight end, but you can't produce in the red zone? Then you're worthless to me. It doesn't matter what you do 20-20. If you're not producing in the red zone, you're worthless. Why did they give Craycraft and Sherfield 7 touchdowns last year? 7 in the red zone. And Gesicki had 1. 1. So who's worth paying and who's not?
Oh, I don't disagree with the money that went out, but like I was saying, with Gesicki, I mean, if I was McDaniel, I would have figured I could teach him at least to get in the way as far as blocking and stuff too. And that didn't even work.
We had that argument. It didn't work. He tried to get in the way, and he still got ran the fuck over like a bitch.
Right,
Kelsey's not the best blocker either, but he can catch the ball.
Who's that?
Kelsey.
Yeah, but Kelsey, he's willing to be physical. There's the difference, and that's what Green Rat and I are arguing, is Kelsey is not the best blocker either, but Kelsey is willing to put his body on the line. He's decent. He's not good. He's not bad. He's decent. The problem is you get into Gesicki where the defense knows as soon as Gesicki's on the field, hey, I'm going to blitz Gesicki's side. Why? Because if Gesicki is going to fucking block, I'm going to beat his ass and I'm going to get a free rusher to the QB, right? Now, the reality is the defense knows that if we put in Gesicki, it's a pass play. It becomes predictable. And so again, You guys go, oh, Gesicki's on the field. We're going to blitz that side. Even if he runs out and he goes for a catch, we got him because we're prepared for it being a pass play. But we're going to blitz from that side anyway, because if he does stay in, it's easy fucking sack. What fucking team? Now tell me, Michael K. and Amicus, what fucking team would go, hey, I'm going to put you in. They're going to predict what they're doing, and they're going to have a fucking game plan for you for those situations. You can't run routes. You round off your routes. Everybody throws you inaccurate balls, quote unquote, right? Well, Fitzpatrick threw quote unquote inaccurate balls to Gesicki. So did Tua. But Gesicki has the arm radius to make spectacular catches 20 from the 20, but he can't produce in the fucking red zone. But if you would run your routes cleaner and stop rounding off your routes, maybe these guys can have a little more anticipation and give you a better thrown ball.
See, didn't Gesicki do pretty good with either Thompson or Bridgewater in there this year? Didn't he have 5
he didn't. Actually, as a matter of fact, he got more targets during that portion. But here's the thing, Michael K. He was a second and third string tight end. Who did he get more work with? Tua, Teddy, or Thompson? Oh, well, wait. So the backups, because he got kicked out of the starting lineup, Durham Smythe was our starting tight end, and then his backup until we traded him early in the year was Shaheen. But even after that, we brought in Hunter Long and Tanner Connor, and we played Tanner Connor 4 more snaps than Mike Gesicki, and Tanner Connor was an undrafted free agent last year. So you tell me, Michael K., is that an indictment on the coaching staff, or is that an indictment on Gesicki's inability to be a one fucking dimensional player? Which one?
You see, Gesicki had five touchdowns, but they were all when Tua wasn't in the game. And now I'm looking at Tanner Connor. Looking at his stats, he didn't do anything he didn't play at all the last 6 games of the season.
Well, yeah, Mikey, you just said it. It's an indictment on Tuna.
More.
It's an indictment on Tua.
When Teddy and Skyler played, Tanner Connor came in because of his familiarity with Skyler and Teddy.
Well,
does that not make sense to you guys?
When did Tua came back for Houston, right?
No, he was back way before that. Houston was before San Francisco.
Yeah, the game before San Francisco.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking, it just says recent. See, it doesn't have.
San Diego was before San Fran. So, yeah. Tua had 4 games before that. So.
Well, hold on. Here, his 22. Tanner Connor's 22 stats were 0 receptions on 3 targets. He didn't have a yard gained.
And that's what I was saying, though, is go look at Gesicki's snaps from after when Tua got injured, he came back. Look at Gesicki's snap count compared to Tanner Connor and Hunter Long. They both had more snaps than Gesicki did. Why? Because Tanner Connor and Hunter Long, they are better blockers than Mike Gesicki. And so, again, Mike McDaniel in his system, based on that San Francisco, now, again, he runs his own scheme However, if you look at Miami's gameplay this year, he wants two good blocking tight ends who are decent at catching out of the backfield. Why? Because it does not predicate or predict our fucking play call before that. Because if we put fucking Gesicki in, you know it's a pass.
Well, then I'm trying to look up snap count now. Doesn't have them here. Doesn't have them here.
I've gone on the Miami thing and I've looked at all their stats, their box scores, their snap counts, everything. The issue is again, Gesicki is a good fucking pass catcher, but he's a one-trick fucking pony.
I'll tell you what.
It's only one trick works between the 20 and the 20. Once Gesicki gets in the red zone, he's trash.
Gesicki's gonna shine with the Patriots. He's gonna shine.
Let him go to the Patriots with Mac Noodle Arm Jones, just like Devontae Parker, who he had his best season in the NFL with Tua, and he missed 6 games, and he still had a season high or a career high for a season with Tua.
Yeah,
let him go catch some passes from Mac Noodle Arms Jones. I don't give a fuck.
The point being is Belichick knows how to use his tight ends.
If you got a tight end that's a murderous psychopath motherfucker, and then you got another guy who knew him and doesn't know shit about football, but he's such an athlete, aka Gronk, that Gronk even admitted, he goes, bro, it took me 4 years to learn the Patriots offensive system. And it was exactly the same for those 4 years. He said it took me 4 years because Tom Brady took it to a next level.
Oh, absolutely.
So again, Tua can take it to the next level, but if Gesicki's only ability is catch passing, but he cannot block to save his life, the defense keys in on that. And if I, as an average Joe regular fan, can see that, to make the insinuation that a defensive coordinator can't see that, which is more sad.
But why did he do better with other quarterbacks then? If that's the only reason, CT, why did he do better with other quarterbacks?
He didn't do better with other quarterbacks.
I thought y'all just gave a stat where he had more touchdown catches with
He did, but the thing is the reason why is he had more targets because we traded Shaheen. This is where people don't understand this. And this is what fucking infuriates me about ignorant fucks is, again, we traded Shaheen in the 5th week of the season. Shaheen was playing more snaps, actually twice as many snaps as Gesicki. Why? Because Smythe was the number 1 tight end. He's a good blocker and he has decent hands. Oh, wait. Shaheen, he's a good blocker with decent hands. Then you go, oh, Gesicki has great hands, but he's a shitty blocker. Guess what happens? Mike McDaniel says, my offenses ran around using the run to open up the pass. So if Gesicki doesn't give you anything in run blocking, I'm not giving him snaps, which if you look at his snap count this year, bro, we paid him $11 fucking million to use him sparingly. Is that a coaching issue, or is that, hey, Gesicki, you no longer fit the scheme? Which one is it? Please tell me.
I don't think Tua can throw to a tight end, to be honest with you. I think that's why they didn't use him.
Absolute bullshit, because
That's my thought too, Mikey.
Gesicki last year. Gesicki had all those numbers last year because of Tua. The problem is Mike McDaniel changed the offense to be run first, pass second. Yes, he forced the fucking pass at times. He abandoned the run game. I don't disagree with that, but he didn't play fucking Gesicki a lot because he knew that playing Gesicki telegraphed his play calling.
I don't know enough about Miami to make that argument, but there's no reason to have 112 targets in 21 to drop it to 52 and 22 other than a new head coach. That's the only thing.
What I just said is the scheme no longer fits Gesicki. If you look at our past OCs, so again, we went from Chan Gailey to then we went, it was Chad O'Shea the first year. Then it was Chan Gailey. Then we had a co-offensive coordinators between our running back coach, what was it? Green Rat?
Dubville or whatever.
No. The running back coach. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We had dual offensive coordinators under Flores. We had one who was a running back coach, and the other one was a former QB coach. And they were absolutely atrocious. And then we bring in Mike McDaniel, and he goes, I've got a specific mindset. I've got a specific scheme in mind. Hey, Gesicki, I might use you, but if you can't block, then you're not going to play. And that's exactly what happened. But everybody goes, oh, Tua can't throw the ball to Gesicki. Bullshit. Who do you think Gesicki got all those numbers from the last 2 years? Oh, wait, Tua throwing him the ball. The problem is Gesicki no longer fits the scheme. He can't block. So Mike McDaniel sees him as worthless, which is why you saw the drop in fucking snaps.
Hold on, I'm bringing up George Kittle right now.
So Michael K, I can kind of answer it too. You got to remember last year.
Colin? Hey, hop up here, Colin. I dropped the link. I'll drop it again for you. Hop on up, brother.
So last year, or 2 years ago, it was pretty much Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki was our offense. Now you got to realize that a lot of Gesicki's even throws got thrown to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So that pretty well cut Gesicki out of balls being thrown to him anyhow.
Okay, so would it be fair to say Gesicki was more of a third option?
He was. He was the
All
third
right,
option.
so third options usually get the balls thrown to them when you're going through progression.
He was third option until
right?
Sherfield
But
started
you
to
have
step
to
up.
understand,
And then
Amicus,
Sherfield was our third option.
you see, and that's where, again, I was about to say, and I brought this up while you were absent, Amicus, is so we had Tyreek and Waddle. That's 1 and 2, right? Now, we shared responsibility in that third option between Trent Sherfield, River Craycraft, Mike Gesicki, Chase Edmonds flexing out of the backfield, Mostert flexing out of the backfield. Bro, when you have 4 guys that are fighting for snaps at that third option, and then one guy, whether it's Durham Smythe as the other one, Tanner Connor as the other one, Hunter Long as the other one, bro, Mike Gesicki got blackballed. Why? Because he can't fucking block. Hey, Trent Sherfield, third option. He can block and catch. Oh, wait. He's a wide receiver, slot wide receiver. Oh, wait. Trent Sherfield, he can block, and he's decent at catching.
He's
All
not
right, can
going
I
to
ask one legitimate question?
Tanner Connor, he can block, but
You're
he's
making it
decent
sound
at
like he's
catching.
got to block. You make it sound like he's got to block every pass play. He should be out running routes too.
He can go out and run routes, but this is what I argued before. If you're going to use him solely as a receiver, it telegraphs your fucking play calling.
All right, CT, I have a question. I have a question for you and Green Grass.
Then.
I have a question for you, a real question. All right, and it's gonna sound like I'm like setting you up for the drive-by, but I'm really not. Okay, here's the question. Sherfield came out and said what he said. Everybody heard it. He said, "Look, he's gonna throw the ball whether he hits your spot or not." If that's the way that you're running the offense, then how are you going through the progressions to even see Gesicki open as a third option? You can't do both. How can you go through progressions and throw the ball whether you're there or not? That's like it's an oxymoron.
No, I don't agree with that. And
Well, I mean, you fucking, hey, here's the play. There's the spot. I'm throwing the fucking ball. Where's the progression?
And then I'll answer too. Let
so
CT
again,
answer.
the progression comes into, again, based on the coverage, you have hot readers, right?
And you go through a progression because you see he's not at the spot and I can't throw it yet. So read number 2, read number 3. But Sherfield said he doesn't do that. He said he just throws the fucking ball.
So again, if you'd let somebody finish and educate you, because I know you're a Bills fan and you're so used to Josh Allen being so late on his reads and decision making, but because he has a godlike arm, he can fit shit in there. And so you expect everyone else to be able to do that. That's not how the fucking NFL works. But the issue that I'm having and what I'm trying to explain to you is, to a yes, he's an anticipatory thrower. However, he anticipates his throw based on the coverage, based on the personnel, and what he has available to him. And so again, if you see when he's highly successful, Bills fans want to put their fucking head in the sand and go, oh, he's just lucky. Oh, he don't really know what he's doing. It just is what it is. But it's the same way when if you go and look at fucking Tua make fucking reads and progress through all portions of the play. I've watched Tua repeatedly hit dimes on his third progression wide receiver. But you guys don't want to hear that. Why? Because it goes against that NFL narrative y'all ignorant fucks listen to. All these ignorant, stupid fucks that listen to ESPN and, oh, well, they said this talking point, so I'm going to talk about it, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm
Well, you know
talking
we
about.
don't watch all of Tua snaps.
Because you admitted you didn't watch all of Tua snaps.
I watched them all against LA.
Yeah. And again, I've already put in that I put a lot of LA as well as San Fran on Mike McDaniel. And the reason why is if you guys are football studious, you noticed, what did San Fran and San Diego do? Oh, wait. They dropped their linebackers into coverage, and they said, hey,
Hey, CT, I think you're breaking up, bro.
away. We're going to take your little favorite play away. And what did it do? It dared the Dolphins to run the ball. But guess what Mike McDaniel's little pussy ass shaded away from? He stopped running the ball because, we got a stop for no gain. And then I threw the ball 3 times and get a first down. Then I run the ball on first down, and I either lose a yard or I get no gain. And then I go, I'm not going to run the ball anymore. Let's keep throwing it. And then again, you become one-dimensional and predictable. But nobody wants to admit that. Please tell me I'm wrong. If you get the guy abandons the run game, you bring in Gesicki. Oh, he's throwing the fucking ball. It makes it easier to defend this shit.
Well,
it becomes predictable.
He didn't abandon the run against the last Bills game because they only threw the ball 30 times.
Yeah, and that's because we had a 7th rounder in a goddamn fucking playoff game, and the dude sucks dick at throwing the ball because
no.
the last 17 passes before he started that game. Let me finish, Michael K.
I misspoke.
17 passes before that NFL playoff start.
I misspoke.
17.
It was
3 of those were interceptions, and one of them was a pick 6.
Yeah. I misspoke. He played the last Bills game, regular season Bills game. 17 of 30 for 234 yards. And that was against zone coverage. The Bills are so stubborn, they didn't even go press man like they did against the Chargers.
Because you couldn't, because it was fucking snowing. You guys couldn't play press coverage because if you tried to play press coverage, you'd be slipping all over your goddamn selves. When fucking
it didn't start snowing until the fourth quarter, bro. Hold on, it didn't start snowing until the end of the fucking game.
No, that's bullshit. It started snowing midway through the 3rd quarter, and I can show you that fucking thing because they specifically responded that Miami was up and winning at that point and said that now that it's starting to snow, let's see how it affects this Miami Dolphins team. And
I think that was the 4th quarter when that happened.
No, that was 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
No.
It was halfway through the 3rd quarter when it started.
No, bro. No.
Go watch it. No, it started dumping snow in the 4th, but it was still snowing in the middle of the 3rd quarter. Go watch the game again. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Because Bills fans don't like to take into context. They want to take into account, I'm sucking on Josh Allen's dick and he can do no wrong.
Well, maybe me and you have 2 different definitions of snow flurries. I don't know. But it didn't start fucking snowing until the 4th quarter.
Now, I agree. It started dumping snow in the 4th quarter, but it was still flurrying and snowing midway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, well, flurrying in the 3rd quarter, still, you're not making a good argument. There was no press man at any point when there was no, come on. So that's not a good enough reason.
No,
we played Amicus. It's an indictment on our fucking defensive head coach or a defensive coach, which is why Frazier is gone. It's an indictment on Frazier. You want to blame it on the fucking snow flurries? A couple of snow flurries in the 3rd quarter. What's the excuse for the 1st and the 2nd? There is none. It's an indictment on the defense.
Excuse about snow flurries when y'all bitch ass motherfuckers bitching about the heat. So which one is it?
You brought up snow. Nobody mentioned heat.
No, you said that if, again, we're bitching about how much snow is on the ground, what about the 1st and the 2nd? It's the same argument that I had
No, you and Michael K were having an argument about
Guys
press
were
man
bitching
versus
about
zone.
hot
Michael K was
and
making a
home
point that we
field
only played zone,
advantage.
and you said we only played zone because it was snowing. So I was correcting you because snow had nothing to do with why we played zone.
Amicus,
Yes, it
let me
was
tell you
actually
something.
your defensive coordinator admitted that when they were asked, why did you play primarily zone in this game? And he said the field conditions were more conducive to us playing off the wide receivers and not having guys slip and fall in the fucking wet and snow, that we wanted to play it safe. Did that not happen, Amicus? Please tell me it didn't, because I will.
First off, I don't ever recall him saying that. And if he did, it's because the weather forecast was for heavy snow during the whole game, but it didn't end up being that way.
Well, then that's your defensive coordinator's fault for being.
And that's why he's fucking gone.
He didn't get. I'll tell you right now,
I'm
Amicus.
just saying. I'm not disagreeing, Amicus. I'm just saying you have to see it from my perspective too. That's all I'm saying, and that's where I love you, because you do. You see it. Like, hey, it's not that I'm being overly Miami Dolphins biased. It's I see it from both sides. I do. But at the same time, just like you guys bitch about Ken Dorsey on O and your DC. Well, we fired our fucking DC and fucking Josh Boyer. And then wait, we also had issues on the O side of the ball, but how much of that was us trying to overcompensate for our defense? And again, I hold Mike McDaniel accountable. Listen, you did great for a first-year offensive-minded head coach, right? But guess what? So did Adam Gase. Adam Gase brought us to the first round of the playoffs, and he was an OC-related guy. But what happened the next 2 years? The next 2 years, he got fucking owned by every defense in the league. So, Mike McDaniel, you are henceforth put on notice, motherfucker.
I think Green Rat wanted to respond to all that.
Please show us that you're different than Adam Gase. Go ahead, Green Rat.
All right. First of all, if you're trying to say that you guys play better man-to-man than zone, that's one thing. But when Dougley Durong did his Tua evaluation over this last season, Tua's stats are actually better against man-to-man than they are zone.
Are they? He had a 35% completion rate against the Chargers.
Hold on.
He had a QBR that was lower than. Come on, bro.
Read the stats,
I know,
and it was a notch better against man-to-man,
I can
which
find one
blew
game where
everyone's
Josh
mind.
Allen sucked dick too.
Well, I was about to say the same thing, CT. Like anybody, especially two and nears, can create a narrative for their guy. I mean, you're doing it right now, so this is not hard to do.
That is not the truth. I am saying that I was listening to Dougley Durong, which most people will say that he is a very honest person on how he looks up his stats, and
evaluator. He's a fair
he's as good a person as you're going to get. And he said that he could not believe, but man-to-man, Tua's stats are just a hair better than against zone, which blew my mind because I thought it was completely the other way. But it's not.
Because it's not just a scheme that stops anybody, it's the personnel attached to the scheme. So there's a lot of, contributing factors.
And when you have Gesicki, who's one of your highest paid players, but the bitch is sitting on the bench all the time because he can't block and he can't catch in the red zone, then it's the same argument that you have that what's his name, your third wide receiver guy last year, the Cole or whatever his name was. Pierre. Yeah, he wasn't consistent. So we have the same argument about Gesicki. So where's the difference?
Khalil Shakir? He was very consistent. He just didn't get any playing time.
The guy that you said, the third wide receiver.
No, you're talking about Gabe Davis. He's a number two. He's a number two. Yeah.
You just didn't perform. And guess what?
Right.
Neither did Gesicki.
Okay, I was just giving another set of eyes on it, saying like another perspective that, I'm not saying you're a 2-and-near, but you might be. The thing is these 2-and-nears always want to blame everybody else, but could it be that Tua and his progressions are also a contributing factor to why Gesicki just fell off of a cliff? I mean, I'm just saying, bro, when you put 2 and 2 together, if you want to blame McDaniel and the scheme all day long, that's fine, blame him. But I mean, there might be other contributing.
Okay, Amicus, I can kind of answer that. If you go back to the early part of the year, Gesicki was involved into the offense, but about the time the Chicago or whenever we went on that big run, it was a heavy dose of Waddle and Hill. So
Waddle, Hill, and
they were doing 20-30.
Sherfield had 3 touchdowns in that 2-game span after Gesicki got taken out of the starting lineup.
I call suspect when like nobody, like the guy can do no wrong. Like you're telling me you can look at Tua and not see any fucking flaws and why he's ranked the 14th best quarterback by Matt Cassell, a professional quarterback, and all that. Nobody ever says anything, bro. I love some Josh Allen because he's fucking really, really good. But I can name you 3 or 4 things that he really, really sucks at. But nobody talks about Tua's deficiencies, and there's a lot of them.
That's bullshit because I've privately and publicly said to his fucking issues. So stop it. You're trying to group me in to these other fucking just like you and Josh Allen dick suckers.
Come on, baby. We were talking fishing earlier, right? Got to bait you a little bit. Get involved.
Nah, you got to, but you can't group me into those other stupid fucks.
And who are you saying is this professional guy you're talking about? I couldn't really understand the name.
You've seen no
Matt Castle.
Oh, that old washed-up quarterback? Okay.
He's still a professional athlete, man. And then he had a ranking, and guess what? To me, his ranking was very generous.
And there's also other quarterbacks that exactly like Kurt Warner and Dan Orlovsky and all those guys really like him. But then you also have
but they're TV personalities. Matt Castle's not a TV personality.
Well, then you have the quarterback breakdown guy, which likes him too, I guess.
The guy that carried Tom Brady's jockstrap and learned how to read a defense to be somewhat decent, but he didn't have the physical traits to become a good quarterback. Look at Matt Castle. Look at what's his name, the guy before that. What was the guy before that or after that? Sorry, not before.
I think it was a fair list. He even had Josh Allen at number 4. You know, I mean, that's very objective.
Him too.
Mm-hmm. It was all based on last year.
If you want a couple things that Tua isn't good at, I can give it to you, Amicus, if you want it right now.
I'd love to hear an objective opinion from somebody that really, really thinks Tua is good.
Cannot run to his right and throw on the run. Horrible at it. To his left, not bad, but still not great. His deep passes at times, he needs to get more air under, or not more air, but he needs to throw them earlier.
Is it fair to say from time to time they fall a bit short?
Only with Tyreek Hill.
That is fair. However, the argument
everybody throws underthrows time.
Skylar Thompson, who has supposedly one of the strongest arms in the NFL. This has not been debated by anyone. Then you get Teddy Two Gloves. Then you throw in Patrick Mahomes. All of them have underthrown Tyreek Hill. All of them have underthrown Jalen Waddle.
Listen,
when do we start saying
hold on.
It's not a quarterback issue? Maybe it's a wide receiver issue, and then these motherfuckers are just
there's variables involved, okay? If Tyreek is 80, hold on. If Tyreek, listen, don't clip the wings yet. If Tyreek is 80 yards down the field and Mahomes underthrows him, that's a little different than Tyreek being 55 yards down the field
Although the
and
longest
Tua
pass 2
underthrowing
years
him.
ago was only like 64 yards total. So let's not say 80 yards, which is really, really pushing the envelope of how far down the field he is.
Well, no,
Longest
I wasn't given an NFL stat, Green Rat. I was just
Well, I
saying when we
understand that,
talk
but
about these short throws,
you're-
we have
you're
to put it in perspective and context.
over exaggerating what the point is.
I could have said 1,000 yards. It would still
did.
make my point valid, bro. I could say 1,000 yards and it wouldn't matter. The point is, 1,000 yards is different than 20 yards when you're talking about a short pass, because man can't throw 1,000 yards, but man can throw 20 yards. You see my point? I wasn't giving an NFL stat. I'm trying to make a point in context.
When Patrick Mahomes threw a 45-yard in the air pass to Tyreek Hill, he didn't throw it 80 yards. And this is where, again, the exaggeration. This is where people take the enumeration.
Oh my God.
Let me finish.
Oh my God.
And people take the enumeration of the things that Patrick Mahomes has done with other wide receivers or in different circumstances. Bro, we've watched Patrick Mahomes, and I have the highlight footage, throwing a 40-yard pass to Tyreek and underthrowing it.
Bro, Josh Allen underthrew a 10-yard pass and threw it in the dirt. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. You mentioned 45. Hold on, because you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, so you have to let me finish.
Let me
A
just tell you,
45-yard pass is not underthrown because of a full force pass. It's just underthrown. I get it. I'm talking about given everything you have on a pass and not being able to get it there. The point is his arm strength. The point I'm trying to make is his arm strength.
Yes, and I'm not debating
they're
that.
underthrown because of arm strength. Patrick Mahomes is not having a problem with arm strength on 45 yards. If he underthrows Tyreek on a 45-yard pass, it's just because he fucking underthrew him. But Tua's underthrowing guys because of his arm strength.
Yes, and if you want to make that argument at 60, 70 yards, that's fine. I'm not arguing that he's not going to make a 70-yard throw. I'm not arguing that. But what I am arguing is for people to say that Tua cannot throw an accurate 45-yard fucking throw is absolutely ridiculous.
Of course it is. We've talked about this. Every quarterback is accurate in the NFL.
Exactly.
They're all accurate. The difference between Josh Allen and Tua last year was 1 fucking percent.
Doesn't
1
have the arm
fucking
strength or
percent.
the physical characteristics of Allen. He doesn't have a fucking rocket arm. But the one thing that fucking Tua has that Josh Allen doesn't is his anticipation and his ability. The thing is Josh Allen can be late on reads and still fit passes in. But Josh Allen is not as anticipatory or a spot throw in the same way that Tua is. So again, they both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses.
He has no choice.
See, Allen's not a spot. Allen leads his receiver versus a receiver running to the ball with Tua. There's a difference.
And that's a difference between their physical traits or their mental traits. Josh Allen has issues with dealing with making the right read and making it within a certain time. Josh Allen has the ability to make a late read and still fit the ball in. Tua does not have the arm strength to make a late read and still fit the ball in. So
Josh Allen's biggest flaw.
Josh Allen is better than Tua? No.
Josh Allen's biggest flaw is decision making based on the fact that he believes that he can make every single throw in the world.
And
And
I
so when
agree.
you talk about the time it takes for his ball to get 35 yards down the field with a defender 2 feet away versus another 5 yards, that matters. And that little bit right there in judgment can cause an interception. That's
And
Josh
I
Allen's
agree. I'm
problem.
not arguing that. But that's where I'm saying their skill set is different. And people cannot recognize that. They cannot differentiate. And I made the argument. Josh Allen has a much better arm. He's got a rocket arm. Tua will never have a fucking rocket arm like Josh Allen. But it does not change the fact that Tua is a more methodical, anticipatory thrower. Those are two different arguments.
Yeah,
And
hold on.
that's where
The only argument I got to make, and I'm sorry, CT, you don't throw 35% pass completion if you're an anticipatory thrower. You just don't do it. No, I think he has the worst passing percentage in all of the NFL career.
That's
At 35%.
fucking hilarious because he led the NFL not only in pass percentage pass percentage, but he also led the NFL.
No, he didn't. He had 64%. It was 1% more than Allen. In fact, in their career, Allen has a way higher passing
He had
percentage
1%
at 70.
more than fucking Allen, and he played 6 less games than Allen.
You're making my point. He also has 2 number 1 wide receivers, bro. You don't want to go down this road. You will lose this fucking battle.
Number 1 wide receivers, just like fucking Allen didn't do shit before fucking Stephon Diggs.
Shouldn't we be?
I got to give that one a CT.
Bro, it's playing the strengths to the scheme. How is your coaching? Does the coaching and the scheme fit your quarterback's ability? That's the issue.
Let me ask you this: who would you rather have as your quarterback, Allen or Tua? And be honest. And I want 100% honest answer.
Given our team, or are we saying it doesn't matter the team? You just want to know
the team right now
versus man. Would I take one over the other?
Either one.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
If it's a team fit, I take Tua. If it's not a team
so you don't even fucking believe that.
I do. I do believe that. I think that, again, scheme fit, I like Tua better. However, if I'm talking about if both of the teams are exactly the same, right? We got the exact same personnel, and I'm drafting at number 5 overall, and Josh Allen's available and Tua's available. Knowing Josh Allen's injury history, his current issues, his strengths, weaknesses, absolutely, I pick Josh Allen over Tua. Why? Because Josh Allen fits more of the molds of a Dan Marino type. And that's what a lot of Miami fans want. They want another Marino. And that's where I'm different. I loved Marino. Marino and Manning and Montana are my favorite quarterbacks. But Manning didn't ever have the arm that Marino did. But Manning had the smarts that Marino didn't have. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Marino had the arm talent. But Marino had the arm talent that Peyton Manning didn't have. And it's the same conversation that goes on right now between Tua and Josh Allen. Josh Allen is more a Marino type. He has the fucking arm strength. He doesn't have the intellectual part. But again,
Oh,
Tua
he's
is
way
like
smart. They don't-
Montana,
You know what?
where
No.
Tua
They
has the
don't even let.
intellectual
They
part,
don't
but
even
not
let
the
Tua
physical
call audibles.
characteristics.
They don't even let Tua call audibles, and you're saying he's smart?
Yeah,
That's
actually,
wrong,
as a
Michael
matter of
K.
fact,
You
they
need to
do.
stop with the audible thing.
Yeah. The audible bullshit is just a fucking ignorant narrative that you dumb motherfuckers listen to on somebody else's channel.
No. I've watched
Miss me with
Dolphins
that
Go
games.
back
bullshit.
2 years, New England, first game of the year. Tua audible to slant the DVP after towards the end of the game to run the clock out after we had a penalty and stuff.
Also,
They're like,
Mike McDaniel said multiple times this year that Tua checked out of plays he called, and he went into the locker room after the game and in their film study afterward and said, "Hey, why did you change this play?" Tua explained why he changed out, and he goes, "Damn, that was a good call, and I appreciate you making that call because I didn't see that on the sideline." But the problem is people go, "Oh, well, I've heard from the media that Tua is a one read passer. Oh, he doesn't make audibles." Bro, you listen to these same stupid fucks, and it makes you look as stupid as you are.
Now you're insulting my intelligence because you can hear him call his plays on the TV, and you don't hear him call audibles.
Tua has multiple times called audibles, including this last year, and our media has called out Mike McDaniel and said, "You called this. Tua changed the play to this. He got a first down, but then you stopped running the ball. Why was that?" Oh, well, Tua made a great audible. He saw something in the defense. He made the fucking third down successful. However, we lost this many yards and we got stopped for no gain on this. And so, yes, we did a ban in the run game, but I put the ball into his hands. The issue is again, Tua is not Josh Allen. You're not going to put the ball in Tua's hands 50 to 60 times a game to throw the ball. But
CT, I hate to burst your bubble, but earlier you said you guys.
Apples to oranges.
CT, earlier you said you guys or you people or whoever, right? Like the only ones who compare Tua to Josh Allen are Tua and ears in the Dolphin fan base. That is it. There's no other fan base of any other team or anybody else that's making these ludicrous comparisons.
No,
all right. So just think about that. And it's because it's true. And it's because of Tua infatuation. Tua infatuation blinds reality.
Just like loving to give reach arounds to Josh Allen blinds you. And Michael K pissing on his face to make him happy on stream. Again, the whole point is it's comparing apples to oranges. We've had this argument. If you want to compare Josh Allen to a Justin Herbert or say a Joe Burrow, who they have arm talent, but they lack mental stability in the NFL, that's a apples to apples comparison. But it's the same thing as trying to compare Joe Montana to Dan Marino. Joe Montana was a much more methodical, smart quarterback than Dan Marino. But again, it does not change the fact that Dan Marino was the best armed quarterback to ever play in the NFL. There's not a single fucking human being that could sling the ball around like Dan Marino. And this comes from a Dolphins fan. But Dan Marino was stupid as fuck. He didn't know how to read a defense. Just like Josh Allen. I had the fucking arm trait to make up
You
for the
don't
fact
think
that I
Josh
make
Allen
late
reads
reads.
defenses, bro? Come on, you're not serious. He's
I
one of
am.
the smartest fucking quarterbacks in the league ever, historically.
No, even
I mean,
though
it's just a silly,
it's
ridiculous
fucking.
comment.
Hold on, you
But
know
the
what?
funny thing
Hold on,
is the
Amicus, I'm
people that
putting,
make
hold on,
arguments about Wonderlic
CT,
scores, your boy
CT.
fucking Josh Allen had a shitty Wonderlic score too. So are you gonna fucking say that the Wonderlic's bullshit now?
Well,
What are you talking about? He had a 37.
Out of what?
50.
50. That's what the Wonderlic is.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that's
So,
one of the highest percentiles of quarterbacks in
you do
NFL history.
Hold on,
You
hold
do
on.
understand that Ryan Fitzpatrick had a
CT,
42 out
this
of
is
50?
going and going and going
No,
and going
Ryan
and going.
Fitzpatrick had a 48, first off. And he missed 2 questions on the SAT. He's a different level. He's a fucking genius on top of genius. There's no comparison.
No, there is, because this is where the fucking ignorance comes in. Is Josh Allen has a fucking strong arm. Ryan Fitzpatrick had a strong arm. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, because he went to Harvard and whatever, was much stronger or much smarter than Josh Allen will ever be in his entire life.
Hold on, you know
Agreed.
what? Hold on a minute. I don't care what the Wonderlic scores are. That doesn't equate to if you can read a defense. Just because you're intelligent.
I
You're
agree,
proving
Michael
my
K.
point right
100%.
now, Michael K.
No,
I've got the fucking medical journals, and it's coming on Miami Dolphins content. It's coming.
that's
I'm
a
doing
fair
report
statement.
review.
But
I'm
it is
doing a
very
full
clear
review
Josh
of all
Allen
the
can read
medical
defenses.
journal
Fitzpatrick didn't have the
articles.
talent to match the smarts.
And I agree, but all I'm trying to say, my whole point in this was this. You
All right, hold
brought
on.
up
I'm going to take this one.
intelligence and Wonderlic scores.
I'm
Please
gonna
let me
take this-
finish, Michael K, real quick.
Hold on a minute. No,
The
because
only argument that I was having is, again, me and my medical opinion. I've said this multiple times. Every fucking study that has ever been done on Wonderlic scores states unequivocally that Wonderlic scores have no correlation, zero, none, zero, to how successful a quarterback will be in the NFL.
100% true.
Zero.
That's true. But it does correlate with how well you are in the quarterback room, understanding schemes, reading defenses. It absolutely correlates to that.
Okay, no, it does.
Yes, it does. Because it's basically an IQ test. And an IQ test and a Wonderlic
Hold on. You know what?
judges how well you process things.
Okay.
And in the
Who's smart?
timely manner you can
Okay.
process them.
Okay, who's the smarter quarterback, Peyton Manning or Josh Allen? Who knows football better?
Oh, Peyton Manning right now. Yeah.
You know what his Wonderlic was? 28.
Well, 28's decent.
It's not 37.
It's not 37, but guess what? How long has Josh Allen been in the league? What did Peyton Manning do the first couple of years? I mean, didn't he lead the fucking league in intercept? Bro, things take time to hit that level. Peyton Manning wasn't that in year 2, 3.
Then why are you guys giving fucking to a shit when this motherfucker should have been redshirted his first year with the hip injury?
Well,
He
no
came
offense.
out in the last 2 years, and in fact, in his second year as being a full-time starter, he led the NFL in passing rating. He led the NFL in completion rating and I gotta preface this, in the games he played. Because again, he missed 6 games. But within those games, he led passing percentage and QBR. But people want to discount that. But you guys want to discount it.
Well, his QBR was lower than Allen's, but it was high. It was 3rd best in the league, but Allen's was 2nd best.
Yeah, but the reason why is at the time
there's no way that
QBR, but he missed fucking 3 games at the end of the season, which is why he was overtook. Had he played those 6 other games,
You don't know what was
make
going to
that
happen in those
argument?
6 games,
Can we
man.
extrapolate that data? Are you willing to extrapolate that data?
Wait,
Because
wait, are
I've
you
made
talking-
this
wait a minute.
argument before. If
Are
we
you talking- are you
extrapolate the
talking-
data,
Are you
if
talking
we
his rookie year?
extrapolate the
Are you
data, Amicus,
extrapolate this? Are you
he
talking
has
his rookie year?
500 yards more passing than Josh Allen did this year. Not only
Right.
did he get almost half 1,000 yards more than him, if we
Right.
extrapolate that, but his QBR would have beaten Josh Allen's by nearly 20 fucking points.
Coulda, woulda,
20.
shoulda. Coulda, woulda,
20.
shoulda. Guess what? It could. His QBR didn't change because he missed those games. QBR didn't change
No,
because he missed those games.
But it
There's no
takes
average.
away. It takes away if he had played those games and he played on the same fucking course or trajectory, that he would have blown your boy out of the goddamn water.
You don't know what would happen in those fucking 6 games.
But
Wait a
it's
minute.
the same argument that you guys are making of, oh, he was out 6 games. That's why we lost. Oh, blah,
I don't
blah,
make
oh,
that argument, bro.
Gesicki
Josh Allen
did.
plays a full season.
No,
We
you
don't
said
have that
if
problem.
You said if Tua was playing, oh, would Gesicki get more talent or more targets? Blah blah. Yeah,
No, you were saying Gesicki didn't do what he was supposed to do because of McDaniel. And I was making the argument that could it possibly be because of the deficiencies of Tua? Like if other quarterbacks are throwing Gesicki touchdowns, but Tua's not, whose fault that is? You just want to blame it on fucking McDaniel. That's what 2 and years do.
You want to go out and you look at earlier, this is where you fucking ignorant Bills fans fail to realize is Tua threw Gesicki fucking touchdown passes. He threw him 4 this year. He dropped 3 of the 4 because 2 of them bounced off his face mask and the other one hit him in the hands and he dropped it. But you don't want to talk about that. Oh, you want to keep blaming Tua. Where's the blame for Gesicki? 2 of them bounced off his face mask.
Wait, did you say that Tua led the league? Did you think Tua led the league his rookie year?
I didn't say anything about his rookie year.
Yeah, you said something about his
I said
first year.
last year he was winning and he had the highest QBR in last year before he got injured in the Green Bay game and we took him out the final time. He was leading in pass percentage.
In
But he missed
2021,
the last 3 games.
in 2021, his QBR was 49.7%.
I don't give a fuck about 2021. I'm talking about last year.
68.8 for his QBR.
Again, he was leading the league in QBR, and he was leading the league in pass percentage.
Hey, guess what his QBR was in the Chargers game? 28.2. I don't think I've ever seen a QBR 28.2.
And I agree with that, but did we not discuss the fact that, again,
You didn't think
San
the
Diego was the first team that figured out Mike McDaniel's offense and said, okay,
Yeah, what do you
gonna
think
run
gonna happen
that
this
deep
year?
streak with Hill. You're gonna have the deep post with Waddle, and then whether it's Sherfield,
You got 2 number 1s on the field, man. You got fucking Tyreek. No excuse. A 28.2 should never fucking happen. 33% completion rate should never
Amicus, I was
fucking
gonna
happen.
let you go, but I'm gonna have to stop this on the Charger game. Okay. The first 4 of 6
Fucking
passes,
embarrassing.
if not 5 or 6, or 5 for the first 6 were all drops. It doesn't excuse the rest of the game, but kind of like everyone wants to say, like Skyler in the one game we had drops.
Davis
Bro, he was like 10 for 28. He was like 10 for 28. It's fucking embarrassing. You should be fucking embarrassed.
Amicus, did you watch it, or are you just going off of stats?
Well, hold on. Were they dropped, or were the receivers not ready?
I can tell you the first pass that Tua threw was a little swing route to Hill that went off Hill's hands.
It was Waddle. It wasn't Hill. It was
Waddle.
Waddle.
It was to the left. to Hill. The next one went to Waddle, and Waddle dropped
Waddle
it.
dropped it
And
too.
then there
Yep.
was 2 drops by Hill after that. That's how the first couple drives started for us. Now, if you go and you get to about halfway through the game, Tua wasn't playing bad, wasn't playing great, but we started moving the ball and then just had some stupid penalties and stuff that kind of kept us from go ahead and getting that game. But,
You mean when Austin Jackson came back in and held and got us a 10-yard penalty, and then the very next play, Eichenberg had a false start, and then the very next play, we got a first down for a 27-yard gain, but Robert Jones got called for holding and it got called back.
But Amicus, this is not a thing saying Tua played good or anything. I'm just saying the game started really, really, really bad. And actually, the first game was against San Francisco, where he wasn't playing all that well.
Not actually,
but I believe, and this is something that we don't talk about. If you remember the game before,
San Diego, then San Fran.
Hold on, no, San, and then
first.
San Fran was after San Diego.
No, it wasn't.
No, San Francisco was after Houston.
San Francisco is the one that broke the code, and that's why.
Okay.
San Francisco.
I couldn't remember because I know it was San Fran.
So let me bring it back in for a second, guys. So something that I don't think we all think about a little bit in the San Francisco game, Tua's throws were high. You know, he was just overshooting, didn't look good. But something that we don't think about is now. Hold on. Something we don't think about is the Houston game. Hold on. CT, let me get this out, and some of it could make sense, or you can say it's all bullshit. I don't care either way. But in the Houston game, hold on. In the Houston game, if you remember, we were kicking their ass, but Tua got pulled in the second half due to the point that we were up big, and they were starting to fold him in half left and right. And they hurt him in that game too. They hurt his back. So, in my opinion, next week when it was the San Francisco game, I believe his back was tight and he was throwing the ball high for a while because he did settle down later in that game too. Once I believe his back got feeling a little better because of the adrenaline and stuff. Not saying that he played good or anything. I'm just saying I think that was the cause of some of the high throws early at San Francisco.
I have a different theory.
Okay.
And my theory is because they were playing him right at the line, he was throwing the ball to where the receiver should have been had they not been tied up at the line of scrimmage.
Which game? San Francisco?
Yep. He was throwing on the same trajectory, but the receivers weren't getting there because they were getting tied up at the line, getting hit, and not getting the speed, not getting downfield. So he was throwing the ball to where they should have been. They just couldn't make it to it. That's what my opinion is.
I think everything was high, Michael. Okay, to be honest, I'll go back and I'm about that part of the season. I've been watching all the games over again, and I'm just about ready for the Houston game. So I'm going to watch the Houston game and the other one, and then but yeah, San Francisco. I felt like Tua was off. He was high, but then I started thinking about the Houston game where they pulled him out because he got folded a couple times, and then he was just getting hit left and right, and they pulled him and put some was it Skylar in?
Might have been, yeah. I thought they pulled him just because.
So. But that's why I think he was high on his throws early against San Francisco. And which could maybe that isn't. Maybe he was just off. That could be too, but
because they just admitted that Josh Allen had off games, but apparently Tua's not allowed to have off games too, right?
I wouldn't call the Chargers game an off game.
At some point. Oh, but if Tua does it, oh no, it's the end of the fucking world. So we're gonna get into final thoughts. Michael K. Give us your final thoughts, bro. We're heading into the draft next weekend. What are your ideas for your team? Where you want to see them go?
Well, I don't know enough about the draft to even talk about it. I won't even pretend to. All I know is Bean's going to take the best player available, and if it happens to be a quarterback, it'll be a quarterback. And I'm not saying that he's going to replace Josh Allen, but his mentality is best player available. So if they don't get what they want, they're either going to trade down and get more picks or get picks for next year. And we're going to go ahead with what we're going ahead with. But I do think DeAndre Hopkins is coming to Buffalo.
There you go. All right. So Green Rat, let us know. Final thoughts. Going in with Miami, we got next week. We're going into the draft. Where do you want to see us go? What do you want to see happen?
Well, I don't want to get a running back. I don't believe a running back's going to help us all that much anyhow. As far as the college prospects, I'm kind of like Michael K. I don't watch enough football to know who's really good or who's really bad. So I hope we address either the line or linebacker in the draft at some point.
I agree. All right, Amicus, let us know. Hey, you guys got a week away from the draft. What are you looking for? What are you upset? What are you excited for? What do you want to see?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I agree with Mikey. I think it's definitely BPA for Bean. I think there's only 2 players at 27 that would keep us from moving back in the draft. But here's my prediction and my hope. I hope that we deal Ed Oliver and a 5th for Hopkins, either before the draft or during. And then I believe that if Njigba or Bijan is not there at 27, I think we move back to like 32 or 33. We get somebody like Mozzie Smith to replace Oliver, and then we trade back up in the second round and get either a Drew Sanders or a Jack Campbell to replace Tremaine Edmonds. So that's my prediction.
I like that. So what do you guys say? So let clarify for us. You guys are more worried about the offensive side. You want that wide receiver. You want something to complement Allen. Are you guys worried about what's on the D side? Are you comfortable with what's there, but you're good with BPA? What is your mindset?
I mean, all I hear from Dolphin fans is like, you've taken a step back. Your defense, I mean, it's the fucking same narrative over and over. Your defense is worse. Bro, it's Tremaine Edmonds. And honestly, Edmonds is not all that y'all think he was. And he can easily be replaced in the draft with a Sanders or a Trent Simpson from Clemson or even Jack Campbell. We upgraded everywhere else. We got Poirier back. Hold on. We got Taylor Rapp on a 1-year deal. Taylor Rapp's going to allow us to play big nickel or dime defense more than we've done in the past. And we got rid of Frazier. McDermott's defense is way better. That's been proven many times over the past few years where McDermott has snatched the play calling duties from Frazier in the middle of a game and shut him down.
You got to get that out that they got rid of Frazier. They didn't get rid of Frazier.
We did, man.
Not saying that shit.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I believe it was a soft fire.
Well, a self-fire?
Soft fire, meaning they love him so much they didn't want to embarrass him publicly, so they had a mutual agreement that he would walk away.
So why did they wait? Why did they wait so long?
That shit like that takes time, man. You don't just walk into an office and say you're fucking fired. They had relationships with the guy. They love the guy. He wants to be a head coach.
It doesn't take a month and a half to figure that out.
Yeah, it doesn't take a month and a half to figure out that you don't want to be the defensive coordinator for a football team either. So where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something there.
You don't think it could be something personal with Frazier?
It could be. It's just a belief. This shit's never going to come out. It's just a belief.
If they fired him, they would have said they fired him.
I don't think so because it would be an indictment on Frazier and it would make him look bad for future head coaching jobs. And they like the guy too much.
You think he's 70 years old? Do you think he cares?
Yeah, he wants to be a head coach. Absolutely. He's expressed that many times.
He'll never get a head coaching job. For Christ's
Maybe
sake,
not.
the Cleveland Browns didn't even want Dable last year. They passed on Dable. What does
Yeah,
that tell you?
they fucked up, apparently.
No. The Bills are never getting rid. They had a number 3 defense. There's no way they were fired. If the Bills would have fired a number 3 defense, their people would have been up in arms.
Bro, there was up in arms. That's why the soft fire happened, because of the 13-second debacle in the Cincinnati Bengals game. That was solely related to defensive strategy of Frazier.
It was Tremaine Edmonds' fault.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Watch where Tremaine Edmonds lined up.
Well, and that's why I said that he's not as good as people thought, and we can easily replace him in the draft.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But all these people are blaming Frazier for 13 seconds. It wasn't. Why was Tremaine Edmonds playing pretty much level with the safeties?
Well, maybe Frazier had him in that spot. See, I mean, how do we know?
No, because Frazier's not that dumb. Because he's just not that dumb. Because where they were standing, if the ball would have got there, it still would have been an easy field goal anyways.
Bro, we were playing prevent on a 3rd and 4 against the Bengals. I mean, what the fuck? The footage is there. You can see Tremaine Edmonds is almost like
I'm not saying
10
that,
yards.
So you're telling me that a defensive coordinator who has a top 5 defense the last 5 years isn't good enough?
Couldn't get it done in the playoffs. Couldn't get it done in the playoffs. And they had a mutual agreement to do a soft fire. That is my belief. I could be wrong, Mikey. It's just my belief.
That's fine. But sitting there, and that's the problem. Sitting there, your belief is they fired him. They definitely fired him. You're dead set on that. Nobody fucking knows, so don't say it.
First off, I didn't say that they fired him. I said that I believe they got rid of him. I believe it was a soft fire. It was a mutual agreement.
They got rid of him. They got fired. You got let go. Guess what? You got fired. You know, if it was his call, you know what? And I'm saying it was his call because he's not.
Things happen behind closed doors all the time, man. They get together and they're like, "Hey, we're going to do this way." That is definitely on the table.
Well,
definitely.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you, why would they do it the day before the combine instead of getting his input on the players upcoming? So they're going to fire him the day before, so they don't get one more day out of him to get his input on these players coming in.
I think these conversations have been going on for a long time before it came out. I just think that to make it look more like he was taking time off, you let some time go by. Otherwise, it does look like a firing. And they didn't want it to look like a firing because they fucking love the guy. Again, it's just a theory and a belief. They have never come out and said anything like this, but I will tell you this. There is a press conference on record with Bean where he was specifically asked about it and asked if Frazier would come back next year, and Bean dodged that question like fucking bullets flying in warfare, man. He didn't want any part of that conversation. Go back and listen to it, and that leads more credence to the fact that it was a mutual agreement. They just wanted to move on.
Great. So you know what? Guess what? Maybe Leslie Frazier's sick. Maybe he couldn't answer it.
Maybe you might be right. It's just a belief.
You know, it's like all these idiot Bills fans that are saying Dorsey's the problem. He's been the offensive coordinator 1 year, and Dorsey's the problem because they're so hell bent on stroking Allen's bone that it's not his fault. It's got to be the coach.
Well, Bean's come out publicly and talked about the deficiencies of a first year OC like Dorsey. So it's no secret, bro. It's no secret in the fucking organization that Dorsey did not do everything he needed to do and put together the proper schemes for the personnel that's on the field. But I heard the press conference by Bean, and I'm very optimistic, Nike, because it sounds like they all had to sit down and everyone's on the same page. The succubus is gone. I'm feeling very good about this year.
Well, you know what? I'll push hard against anybody talking bad about Dorsey because in Dable's 5 years, or we'll say the 4 with Allen, Dorsey's numbers were better with Allen than Dable's ever was.
Bro, I wasn't a fan of Dable either. Never been a fan of Dable. He's a better head coach than he was OC. I'll give him that much.
He ain't even that. Dan Campbell and Peterson are way better than Dable. Them two got screwed. For coach of the year.
I agree. I am not a Dable fan. You've never heard me talk good about Dable ever.
Especially, and you're not in Buffalo so much, so you don't get on talk radio and stuff. These idiots coming out and just puking out and regurgitating all this nonsense about how good Dable was. Well, guess what? Dable would call the same off tackle run 3 plays in a row because it didn't work.
Absolutely. No, he was horrific. Horrific. And people were saying the same shit about Dable during the season too, if you remember. I mean, everybody, even the podcast, bro, they were all on Dable's ass. But yeah.
But now the problem is because Dorsey wants to open the offense up and let people actually see Allen's arm. Now that's a problem. That's a problem because he's going, you know what? How many defenses expect somebody to throw a 50-yard bomb on 1st and 10?
I think if you look at week 1 and week 2, Dorsey was on fire, man. Like things looked real good. But after that Miami game, everything started spiraling a little bit, and it all came to a head in the playoffs. A third string backup almost fucking beat us in the playoffs, and the Bengals game was a fucking fiasco. So I mean, I think
I'm a firm believer that there was trouble in paradise before 2 weeks ago when the sucky bus got kicked out.
Well, I think that we're in better shape now. I'm glad she's gone. I told my 4-year-old daughter, I said, hey, they're broken up and everything. She took her little Britney unicorn and everything, and she's like throwing it in the corner. She's like, you know, the hell with that fucking woman. Yeah, well, yeah. So the 4-year-old's on board. The succubus is gone. Josh Allen's going to be freed now. Let's go.
Let me ask you this. What kind of idiot and what kind of self-righteous bitch would actually have an expose done on her while she's in Hawaii with a big photo shoot where they call her the Queen of Buffalo?
Right. You know, well, did she have anything to do with that, or was that like a third party? Just, I don't know. I'm asking.
That was all her. It was all about her, that article.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was all about her. You know, nobody's going to come into your private little Airbnb and take pictures. Oh, we want to do a story on you because we've seen you walking down the beach.
Right.
You know, that was all her. She's a 26-year-old friggin' snotty little. She thought she was going to be a millionaire. Now she's going to be on Social Security disability.
Well, listen, even on the Kyle Brandt basement episodes, man, like he asked, like, hey, when's Brittany going to join you? Like she was never wanting to be a part of any of that shit. He had to make like excuses for her and everything. You could see the warning signs coming, man. You really could. Like, it's going to be good for us.
You know what? And nobody's ever really lived in Buffalo. So they don't really understand our kind, you know, the way we were brought up. You know, Jordan Poyer got it. Jordan Poyer figured it out real quick when Rachel Bush started getting stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo fans went after her. And Jordan, I don't know if Poyer said something to her or if she got the hint, but she hasn't been the idiot on Twitter that she was when he first got here.
Right, and she used to be real bad. She's still pretty bad, but she has piped down on that shit. Well, she even took a photo in the snow with the fucking Bills bikini.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But, you know, and that's the whole thing. The succubus, the Queen of Buffalo, she didn't do anything.
Nothing.
She didn't do anything in here. You know, and people, and here's the problem. Had it been anybody else's girlfriend other than Josh Allen's, they would have been all over. You know, and to me, and this is who I am. He's no more important than Matakevich, who's one of our special team aces. You know, he plays a part in the team. He does his job. He goes to work every day, shows up, puts his work in. He plays. You know, I don't give him any more slack than I give Josh Allen, or vice versa. You know, you miss a tackle, you suck. But as long as she's gone, hopefully he will be back to the 2020 Allen.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like I said, that press conference the next day, he looked very at peace. I know you mentioned the stuttering or whatever, but I saw something different, man. I saw a guy that had a smile on his face and let his hair grow out a little bit, you know, looking a little shaggy or whatever, just like free. He felt free. And he made the comment that he's more focused now than ever. And to make that comment after a breakup like that tells me that there was some things that was just weighing on his mind.
Well, I'm hoping he's the one that was doing the breaking up.
Yeah, no. Me and the wife talked about it today. Like, I think it's very clear that. Well, I think it was mutual, but I think it was more him kind of like hinting to this. Look, the guy likes to. He's still a young guy, right? He's a young kid. He's about to turn 27 in May. You know, I think Brittany, if you look at her Instagram, she's around all these friends that are pregnant and everything. Women can get like that where they're nesters, right? They want to start a family and everything. And I don't think Alan was
I
wanting to do that.
I can't look at her Instagram. I'm blocked, remember? I can't look at that. I'm blocked from her TikTok now. She doesn't post anything on Twitter.
Right.
So I'm blocked from all that stuff now. But the point being is, you know, now maybe these fans will say, well, guess what? Now we'll have somebody like Thurman Thomas or Steve Tasker or some of these other players that actually live in Buffalo to this day because they met their wife when they were here. And their wife said, you know what, I'm Buffalo through and through. We're not leaving.
Right, right.
You know, because guess what? He marries that Brittany. She would have had a ring in his nose, and he would have been back to California when he retired at the age of 37.
And right, and think about why they didn't get married. He's been with the fucking girl for how long? A long time. There must be a reason he didn't put a ring on it, you know? There must be a reason.
Allegedly, it was while they were in college. They never said a freshman in college or senior in college.
Right, right.
They never said when they were high school sweethearts. He asked her to the Sadie Hawkins dance. She said no. And then I'm trying to think what the other crap was. But regardless, they didn't say when they got back together. So
Right.
as far as we know, it could have been 2 or 3 weeks before the NFL draft.
Yeah, you really don't know, but he was definitely hesitant, and even he would be asked in interviews about her and the plans on family, and he always kind of dodged around it. I always found that interesting that he didn't really, he never said he loved her, bro. I tell my wife I love her every day, and in public to other people, I love my wife. Been married 10 years. He never expressed any kind of love or infatuation with this woman that to me it just seemed a little off. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he definitely supported her to the point that, what pissed me off the most is all these designer clothes and stuff she had on. Not once did they say Buffalo anywhere. It was always just Bills. There was never anything that actually spotlighted the city of Buffalo. It was just Bills, Bills, Bills. Not Buffalo Bills, not nothing. Just Bills.
And she probably hated it there.
There's really nothing to hate, dude. In all honesty, it's a beautiful. I mean, the weather. If you can cowboy up, you can enjoy the weather.
Well, no, but that's my point. Josh Allen loves it there. He's endeared himself to the city. He always talks about that, man. He always talks about, and honestly, Buffalo is perfect for Josh Allen because he's not a guy. Well, at least he hasn't been a guy that loves the spotlight, and he just wants to be left alone. And what better city than Buffalo?
See, here's the problem, though. This is a big problem. Where they live by the stadium, like for me to get somewhere takes me 10 minutes to get anywhere, maybe 15. But for Josh Allen, like to get his hair cut, which I can walk to where he gets his hair cut in about 3 minutes. That's how close it is to me.
It takes him an hour to get there.
Yeah, but no, about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
About 30, but you know what? He comes all this way. If he wants to go get food or he wants to go to, like the Barbell's only 15 minutes from him. But like in that golf thing that I sent you, he was talking about, what was he talking about?
Where were they at playing golf, by the way? I haven't watched it.
Somewhere in California. I didn't catch the name. Somewhere in California. It was actually pretty good. But they were, the one dude pissed all over himself. It was pretty funny. I don't remember what his name was either. I watched it late last night. But he was talking like,
I'm gonna watch it, obviously, but
like to get to downtown Buffalo, it's probably 25 minutes for him. I can get there in 15. Because he lives so far out. He lives by the stadium. See, now like all the Buffalo Sabres they used to all live in Williamsville. Now they live downtown in condos down there. All them guys are like 2 minutes away from the arena. They got beautiful townhouses. Oh, it's gorgeous down there. On the waterfront and stuff. But she would hate it because what is she going to do? What is she going to do if she wants to go to the big name hair salons or something? She's got to go into Buffalo.
Yeah, bro. Josh Allen just wants to kick back. He's a man's man kind of guy. He wants to sit and play some cards and everything. She was probably always harassing him to fly to California and do all this, and he's like, you know what? Let me just relax, man. He's got the fighter jet simulator inside the house. He's got the par 3 course in the backyard. He's a homebody.
Yeah, that's what that's what I told somebody. I said, well,
Yeah.
if he didn't get the dog, at least he doesn't have to worry about stepping any dog shit on the putting green.
Exactly. You know, you can look at her Instagram and tell, man, I don't know, it's weird.
I can't. I don't even know how to create a new Instagram account.
Yeah, I just created one just because of the Mafia sit down. I created one like 2 months ago, but I've never been on Instagram. I don't get it.
It's actually I don't follow too many. I only follow maybe, I don't know, like 20 things, I think.
Yeah.
You know, there's not much that I follow. A couple of hot chicks from Australia, but
no, she took all of his shit down, and she's got all these pictures with her and her friends and everything, and a lot of selfies, and you know, it looks, yeah.
I mean,
it looks like a single girl's Instagram for sure.
But if you go on my fake book name, I put that one thing up where, you know, hopefully he'll find somebody with a job, and you know, he doesn't have to support a sucky bus that all she was there for is a designer clothes. I had last I looked, I had like 25 likes, or no, it was like 23 likes, 2 ha-has, and one frowny face. So everybody's pretty much in agreement with me, even though they didn't want to say it when they were together. All them people, when I was hammering her, they would leave him alone, and they're in love, and what did she do to you? Blah 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 blah.
Bro, so he was on an interview. He was on an interview one time with, I think it was Kyle Brandt, and Kyle Brandt was like, they were talking cars. He was like, "What is the one car you would like?" And I forget. I think it was a F1 McLaren or whatever, but I think it was like 300.
It was an Aston Martin.
That's right, the Aston Martin. You saw the interview, and it was like $350,000 car. And he's like, "Did you get it yet?" And he's like, "No. Bro, that's all Brittany. That's the succubus there. You got a check wrote out to you for $150 million. If you want to get and when it comes to money, they're different."
Well, he said his financial guy wouldn't let him get it.
That's bullshit. The succubus won't let him get it.
Yeah, but where's he going to have the car? Here or in California?
Probably in California, but still. I mean, my God, man. It's like, it won't even put a dent in your bank account. Get the fucking car.
Well, and that's the whole thing. And he'll probably never get one. You know what I mean?
He will now. He probably already got it.
He probably already got it. Now, do they start back to practice again this Monday? Back to workouts?
I think so. This is voluntary, but it's a couple of weeks, right?
I thought it goes all the way until the OTAs now. I thought it goes all the way until, I thought the new rules were it goes all the way until OTAs and the start of mini camp.
Green Rat, CT, do y'all know exactly what this voluntary off-season workout program usually lasts? It's a couple of weeks, right?
So, yeah, it's a couple of weeks. So what happens in that first is that you come out, you start doing physical training. You come in, you do strength and conditioning. It has nothing to do with on the field work, right? The first phase in all of that is you're coming in, you're doing strength and conditioning, right?
Yeah, it's more camaraderie too, getting, hanging out with the guys, getting back in the feel of things.
So the NFL Players Association and their agreement states that the first 3 weeks of the program is no physical work. It's all biomechanical, physiological improvement. There's no on-field work, right? That's their agreement. So this off-season shit, they can go and work out. They can do on-field shit, but they have to do it outside of the NFL. So they can go do a throwing routine with guys and whatever out of that. But as far as the team is concerned and their doings in the team facility is it's strictly strength and conditioning. Period.
Right, but that goes up until the OTAs, correct?
Yes, OTAs and minicamp. Minicamp and OTAs change that. That's
so
when it becomes on the field.
Right. So OTA, like for Buffalo, their OTAs start May 22nd and 23rd, 25th.
Yeah, and
Then,
that's where the veterans come in and they start putting their hands on one another.
but see now, like after the draft, the rookies will be there the following Monday. Their draft picks will be there the following Monday. The team will still be there, correct?
Yes, absolutely. But again, the first part, phase 1, is only strength and conditioning.
Right.
There's no on the field work. On the field work doesn't happen until veteran mini camp and OTAs for the young guys. That's when on the field work starts.
Right. I got it right here. Phase 1 consists of the first 2 weeks of the program with activities limited to meetings, strength and conditioning, and physical rehabilitation only.
Yeah, exactly.
Phase 2, the next 3 weeks. So this is ongoing. This is all voluntary.
Yeah, all voluntary.
Phase 2 consists of the next 3 weeks of the program. On-field workouts may include individual or group instruction and drills, as well as perfect play drills. The drills and plays with offensive players lining up across from offensive players.
So 7-on-7s is what they're saying.
Nope, 7-on-7s don't start until 3 because I just read that. Hold on. They line up across defensive players, line up across from defensive players, yada yada yada.
So that's one-on-ones. So they allow one-on-ones in phase 2. Phase 3 is when you get to 7-on-7s.
No live contact or team offense versus team defense drills are permitted.
Yeah.
So they can do offense on offense, defense on. So the offense actually pretends they're defense. And then phase
what they're
3,
saying is you're doing one-on-ones instead of 7-on-7s. That's
there's no
what they're
contact.
saying.
No live contact.
Yeah.
And then phase 3, the next 4 weeks, teams may conduct a total of 10 days of organized team practice activity or OTAs. No live contact is permitted, but 7-on-7, 9-on-7, and 11-on-11 drills are permitted.
Yes, sir.
And those are and then the dates are all
individual to each team. Yeah, they're all individual to each team.
And they're wow. Cincinnati hardly has any at all. Yeah, they only got June 5th, 6th, 8th, 13th to 15th. Yep. I wonder why that is. And they have no mini camp.
Let them be it. Let them be it. Don't give a shit. So, hey, I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you guys for holding it down. I was having some technical difficulties, but please check out Miami Fan Talk Network. Bro, we bring it all. NBA, UFC, NFL. Bro, you name it, we do it. Come shout us out. Michael K. Amicus from the Bills Mafia, sit down. Green Rat, the boy, always holding it down. We will see you guys the next time. Man, Miami Fan Talk Network. Like and subscribe to the channel. Go check out Miami Dolphins Sit Down. Like and subscribe there. And Miami Dolphins content. Like and subscribe there too as well. Hit us up. And we will see you on the next one. Appreciate it. Peace.
See you.